Chapter 951. Although I'm late, I should be able to get a share of the treasures. A loud laugh suddenly rang out from the passageway, followed by an extremely cold aura. The situation was developing too quickly. Everyone was still shocked by Zhao Feng's strength when they suddenly felt several powerful auras descend from above. It's Jiang Hao. The goateed elder's expression changed. Jiang Hao was a peerless genius that had awakened his bloodline from the Jiang family of the 8 big families. Although they were both at the quasi-sacred lord realm, Jiang Hao's overall strength was much stronger than the goateed elder and normal sacred lords. The 7th prince's group. Lei Tong's heart dropped. The Jiang family was the force behind the 7th prince in the Crown Prince trial. The 7th prince was ranked 3rd in the Crown Prince trial, and he was one of the most popular contenders. The auras of the 3 quasi-sacred lords that came with Jiang Hao were all on the same level as the goateed elder. Although the 3 groups seemed to be on the verge of breaking up, they were now on the same side. However, apart from the purple-robed elder and Zhao Feng, the other 2 were still facing each other. Zhao Feng, stop for now. Right now, our 3 teams need to temporarily work together. Jing Kai immediately messaged Zhao Feng. Although he was shocked by Zhao Feng's true strength, Zhao Feng's physical defense was comparable to a quasi-sacred lord's, but he still wasn't Jiang Hao's match. The Jiang family's ice demon bloodline was one of the top 20 imperial Dao bloodlines, and the chance of it awakening was very low. Jiang Hao was definitely an unrivaled existence below sacred lords. Even normal sacred lords might not be Jiang Hao's match. Zhao Feng, let's stop for now. This Jiang Hao is a peerless genius of the Jiang family's previous generation, and he has the ice demon bloodline. The purple-robed elder's eyes spun as he messaged. After personally experiencing Zhao Feng's punch, the purple-robed elder knew that he wasn't Zhao Feng's match. Jiang Hao's arrival gave him an excuse to stop. He would sneak away when Zhao Feng wasn't paying attention. His senses were limited in the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground, so it would be extremely difficult for Zhao Feng to find him. Jiang Hao. Zhao Feng glanced sideways at the white-haired handsome man. In the divine illusion dimension, Zhao Feng had interacted with members of the Jiang family, and Jiang Chen had left a deep impression on him. At that time, Jiang Chen was also outstanding, but compared to Jiang Hao, there was a huge gap between them. Are you Zhao Feng? Jiang Hao's cold eyes looked at Zhao Feng with interest. He had heard about the divine illusion dimension from the disciples of the Jiang family, but he didn't care about the grudges between the younger generation. He was only interested in Zhao Feng. A king realm cultivator dared to enter the center of the Black Wind Valley. If it were a normal king, they would have already been corroded by the dark Yin wind and turned into a Black Wind Yin ghost. Furthermore, the quasi-sacred lord fighting against Zhao Feng was at a disadvantage. Having the strength of a quasi-sacred lord at the king realm was indeed incredible. You want to split the treasures? Zhao Feng ignored Jiang Hao's words and asked in return. Jiang Hao was slightly surprised as he looked at Zhao Feng and smiled. That's right. Do I have the right? The purple-robed elder and the others felt their hearts jump as they listened to the conversation between Zhao Feng and Jiang Hao. As long as the 3 groups teamed up, Jiang Hao's group wouldn't dare to do anything to them. What did Zhao Feng want to do? Old Ying's heart was in chaos as well. He didn't know what would happen next. This isn't about the right. Zhao Feng had a calm expression as he faced Jiang Hao's questioning. Oh, then tell me, how can I obtain the treasures? Jiang Hao snickered coldly. He wanted to hear what Zhao Feng wanted to say. The 3 quasi-sacred lords behind Jiang Hao laughed. If the 3 groups teamed up, they wouldn't be able to take the treasures by force. However, it was obvious that there was a big conflict between the 3 groups, and Zhao Feng was extremely stubborn and arrogant. He didn't put Jiang Hao in his eyes at all. In this situation, they would be able to obtain the most benefits as long as they reduced the strength of the 3 groups. As Jiang Hao asked his question, everyone's gazes gathered on Zhao Feng. No one understood what Zhao Feng meant by these words. What is Zhao Feng trying to do? Why is he talking so much nonsense to Jiang Hao? The purple-robed elder cursed in his heart. However, suddenly, The fire of wind lightning within Zhao Feng's body exploded out along with hundreds of God Tribulation lightning symbols. A scarlet golden mountain of lightning quickly flew out, and its target was the stone pillar at the center of the hall. The instant Zhao Feng circulated his true yuan, Jiang Hao's body tensed up, and he circulated his bloodline. However, he then froze. He originally believed that the arrogant Zhao Feng would attack him with lightning speed. He didn't think that Zhao Feng would actually throw a punch at the empty hall. Why was he doing this? The other 3 people in Jiang Hao's group also didn't understand. However, the hearts of the purple-robed elder, Old Ing, and the goateed elder skipped a beat. They knew how terrifying Zhao Feng's actions were. Zhao Feng's punch was aimed at the array at the center of the stone pillar. The goateed old man had already displayed the terror of this spirit formation to the crowd earlier. This mysterious platinum-patterned formation could reflect external attacks with an even greater force, so fast that no one could react to it. Everyone's body trembled, and they instinctively took a few steps back. Not good. Zhao Feng wants to kill me. The purple-robed elder instantly felt a sense of death. He didn't dare believe that Zhao Feng still wanted to kill him even after everything had developed to this point. There was no time to use the dragon jade to teleport him away. Retreat! The purple-robed elder instantly took a step back. Boom! In the next instant, his head exploded. Even his shocked expression and soul were destroyed. A deep fist imprint was left on the wall behind the purple-robed elder, who, everyone instantly became deathly silent. The only thing that could be heard was the weird howl of the dark wind. He's dead. Lei Tong's heart shook. How is this possible? He clearly took a step back. The goateed elder's face was filled with disbelief. The purple-robed elder had already reacted when Zhao Feng attacked the array and took a step back. Zhao Feng's attack landed on the array and was reflected back. Why did it still hit the purple-robed elder? Jiang Hao's eyes instantly widened, and he took a deep breath. The 3 people behind him were completely stunned, and their minds went blank. They didn't understand why Zhao Feng would casually punch the hall. The result was that the purple-robed elder's head exploded. A quasi-sacred lord had died just like that. That's because he used an array. The elder with white hair in Jiang Hao's group looked toward the center of the hall with a bright light in his eyes. However, the dark wind in the hall immediately covered his vision. I'm sorry, but I even calculated the distance you took when you took a step back. Zhao Feng looked at the purple-robed elder's body and said in a low tone, as if he wanted the purple-robed elder to die in peace. How is this possible? Upon hearing Zhao Feng's words, all the experts who understood the principles of arrays were stunned. Calculating the path of the rebound was extremely difficult, and it wasn't something that could be seen through with just one glance. Zhao Feng was even saying that he had even calculated the purple-robed elder's reaction and his step back. No one believed it. However, the truth was right in front of their eyes. At this moment, they finally realized how terrifying this youth was. Killing people didn't take much effort, and using the array to kill people made it hard for the person being killed to even react. For example, even if the purple-robed elder activated the array in his dragon jade, he wouldn't be able to escape in time. This is Zhao Feng? Jing Kai looked at Zhao Feng in a daze, as if this was the first time he had met him. Just this one person had stunned all the experts present, including Jiang Hao from the Jiang family. Controlling the situation, the old man with a goatee was extremely regretful. He shouldn't have expressed his stance so quickly. Zhao Feng took the purple-robed elder's storage ring and looked at Jiang Hao. You have to put in the effort to reap the rewards. At that moment, Zhao Feng answered Jiang Hao's question. Jiang Hao's eyes were dull. Just a moment ago, the formation master in his team had explained to him how Zhao Feng killed the purple-robed elder. He could not help but admit that the punch from Zhao Feng had stunned him and everyone present. This young man was not simple. You're right, you can't reap without sowing. Jiang Hao suddenly said. Everyone present heaved a sigh of relief. Zhao Feng's performance was indeed terrifying, but the strength of Jiang Hao's team was not to be underestimated. Now that Jiang Hao had compromised, everyone suddenly felt that they should thank Zhao Feng. There should be an extraordinary array formation in this hall, and it just so happens that there's an array formation grandmaster in my team, Jiang Hao said. It's Grandmaster Wu Yu, right? Old Ing looked at the white-haired elder. It is indeed this old man. Wu Yu slowly stepped out from behind Jiang Hao and looked at Zhao Feng with a deep gaze. Zhao Feng's gaze paused. He originally thought that this trip was over, but he didn't expect an formation master to suddenly appear. Zhao Feng used his left eye to examine the bronze pillars in the hall, and then he looked down. He still had a bad feeling about this. If Grandmaster Wu Yu can make some contributions, this will be yours. Zhao Feng waved the interspatial ring he had taken from the purple-robed elder. Okay, I'll be counting on you, Grandmaster Wu Yu. Jiang Hao's eyes twinkled. Allow this old man to take a look. The dark wind was too thick, and it was almost impossible to see anything in the center of the hall. Wu Yu slowly walked into the hall. However, Wu Yu soon retreated and looked at Jiang Hao before shaking his head. This is the most mysterious and complicated array that this old man has ever seen. Even this old man can't do anything. Jiang Hao's team revealed disappointed expressions. Wu Yu was the most famous formation master. If even he said that, then there was indeed nothing they could do. Let's go, Zhao Feng. This trip has come to an end. Old Ing slowly walked over. Since they couldn't solve the array, they wouldn't be able to obtain the treasure. After arriving at this hall, there was no way to continue exploring the path. This old man will be leaving as well. The goateed elder and his team prepared to leave as well. They had obtained enough treasures. They just needed to find a safe place and wait for the Crown Prince trial to end. The purple-robed elder from Lei Tong's team was already dead. Lei Tong and the other emperor looked at Jiang Hao's team with wariness. The two of them followed behind Old Ing and prayed that Jiang Hao wouldn't cause trouble for them. Just as they were about to leave, boom, 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 the entire ground started to shake. A brilliant 9-colored aura burst out from the bottom of the bronze pillar and soared into the sky. The entire hall was dyed in 9-colored light, and layers of 9-colored light landed on everyone's bodies. The pitch-black dimension turned into a dreamy and grand hall. Everyone's eyes were also reflected by the 9 colors, and they instantly gathered on the shocking 9-colored bronze pillar, unable to extricate themselves. Chapter 952. Everyone's gazes were attracted by the 9-colored bronze pillar, and they were unable to look away. Only Zhao Feng's left eye flashed with a weird light, and a faint golden ripple spread across it. At the same time, all the symbols of God Tribulation lightning in Zhao Feng's soul started to flash. The 9-colored light that tried to enter his soul was instantly destroyed by the immortal and undying power of God Tribulation lightning. As expected, Zhao Feng murmured in a low tone. This time, he was extremely close to the 9-colored light, and Zhao Feng was able to see it even more clearly with the power of his left eye. The structure of this 9-colored light was actually soul power. In other words, this dazzling 9-colored treasure light was actually an illusion. Zhao Feng then placed one hand on Old Ying's shoulder, and a surge of soul intent along with the power of God Tribulation lightning covered Old Ying's soul. Old Ying, don't move. I have no ill intentions. Zhao Feng messaged at the same time. The air of Yin and the 9-colored light in the depths of Old Ying's soul were slowly expelled by Zhao Feng. Old Ying's eyes instantly became clear, and then he revealed a look of fear. Thank you, Zhao Feng. Old Ing took a deep breath and sent a message to Zhao Feng. I didn't think that we would be tricked from the moment we entered the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. Old Ing analyzed everything the moment he woke up, and he sighed in his heart. Ever since they entered the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground and started to slowly erode them, everyone started to change, and the desires in their hearts became bigger and bigger. Even Old Ing didn't realize that their personalities had already left their original selves. Then, the 9-colored light that shot into the sky pointed everyone in the right direction and led them to this place. After entering the underground, the influence of the Black Wind became even stronger. Even the fact that the purple-robed elders suddenly attacked Zhao Feng and the goateed elder got involved was a sign that his desires had been magnified and his personality was twisted. Jing Kai, who was next to him, had been twisted by the black wind and nine-colored light into a weak, selfish, emotionless, and pitiful person who only cared about treasures. He could only blame himself for being too fragile and hiding too many desires in his heart. Even Old Ing wasn't confident that he could wake him up now that he was so twisted. Old Ing closed his eyes and circulated his soul intent to protect his soul. At the same time, he sensed the nine-colored light in front of him. It's actually an extremely profound soul power. Old Ing was stunned, and he turned his gaze toward the others. Apart from him and Zhao Feng, everyone's eyes were focused on the bronze pillar that was emitting a nine-colored glow, completely ignoring everything else. Their desire for the treasure was completely exposed on their faces. However, in the eyes of any normal person, all of this was extremely abnormal and strange. Zhao Feng, why aren't we leaving? Old Ing was already terrified of this place. Let's wait for a while. If the situation becomes critical, we'll use the formation in the Dragon Jade. Zhao Feng looked indifferent. This youth. Old Ing couldn't see through Zhao Feng anymore. A King Realm expert had entered deep into this place, yet he still maintained a clear mind, waking him up at the crucial moment. At this moment, he was completely fine as he looked at the nine-colored light. At this moment, Old Ing even suspected that Zhao Feng was the reincarnation of a peerless expert. In front of him, the nine-colored light on the bronze pillar slowly weakened, and the light gradually disappeared. The bronze pillar returned to its original state. The entire hall fell into a world of darkness once more. The crowd that was about to leave stopped in their tracks. They looked at the bronze pillar and didn't leave. Let this old man have a taste of this treasure. At this moment, Wu Yu's eyes twinkled with excitement as he slowly approached the bronze pillar. Everyone's eyes twinkled as they looked at Wu Yu with a wisp of hope. Old Ing stood at the back with fear on his face as he looked at this scene. Almost everyone in the hall was being led by the nose. How could this nine-colored light be so coincidental? It suddenly appeared right when everyone was about to leave. Also, the black wind ghosts that suddenly appeared at the fork were actually giving them a path. Furthermore, all of the black wind ghosts in the hall let out a collective shriek before retreating. Everything seemed to be arranged by a mysterious power. Zhao Feng, what's hiding down there? Old Ing messaged him. It might be a treasure or something else. Zhao Feng couldn't see the end of this place with his left eye. He also wanted to know the secret of this place, so he followed everyone deeper and deeper. He watched as everyone slowly lost themselves before finally arriving at this hall. Zhao Feng, should we stop Wu Yu? Old Ing looked at Wu Yu as he slowly walked toward the complex golden white array. There's no need for that. Even if I stop them this time, there will still be people coming. They'll definitely come to this hall. Furthermore, the next trial by fire will be here. Don't tell me I'm going to stand guard here and stop them all? Zhao Feng's reply made Old Ing speechless. In reality, Old Ing really wanted to know the secret of this place. Then let nature take its course. Old Ing sighed in his heart as he prepared to use his Dragon Jade. In front of the bronze pillar, Wu Yu closed his eyes and released his soul intent to sense the structure of the array in the hall. A while later, Wu Yu's soul intent slowly merged into the array and started to circulate along with the golden white array. A wisp of blood suddenly leaked out of Wu Yu's mouth. It was obvious that he had used too much mental energy. The others didn't care about this. They only hoped that Wu Yu could break through the array, even if it was just a small opening. As time passed, everyone started to become uneasy. Wu Yu's soul intent had already sunk into the array. He didn't even realize that he had spat out blood several times. Suddenly, a gust of black wind came from the other side of the tunnel. Countless black wind ghosts charged into the hall along with the dark wind. Not good, it's the black wind ghosts that just retreated. The elder with the goatee exclaimed. Then kill them all. We can't let them disturb Grandmaster Wu Yu. Jiang Chen's expression became cold as he prepared to attack. Jiang Chen, wait. A member of Jiang Chen's team stopped Jiang Chen, who was about to attack. Look, they're helping us break through the array. The old man exclaimed with a joyful look on his face. Countless black wind ghosts, including kings and emperors, charged toward a certain spot on the golden white array. Boom! A black wind ghost charged forward, but it was instantly repelled and dissipated. A second black wind ghost bit forward. Boom. This black wind ghost was killed by the rebounding force. The fourth, Old Ing was stunned. He felt his hairs stand on end when he saw this, and he couldn't help but take a few steps back. Great, they're helping us break through the array. Jing Kai's eyes twinkled as he exclaimed. Looks like these black wind ghosts also want to help us obtain the treasure. The elder with the goatee stroked his beard and laughed. Suddenly, Wu Yu's face went pale, and he spat out a mouthful of blood before falling to the ground. His sole intent completely merged into the array. The place where the black wind ghosts were attacking. Whoosh! A crack appeared on the golden-white array. Boom! The entire hall started to shake once more. Boom! A strange, pitch-black smoke surrounded the bronze pillar, carrying a terrifying aura as it soared into the sky. The entire hall seemed to have fallen into hell, and the cold and wicked aura made everyone unable to breathe. Whoosh! A weird black mist suddenly jumped out of the small crack. Who? This ball of black mist turned into the head of a vicious beast that devoured Wu Yu's body before returning to the black mist through the crack in the array. What's going on? How did the 9-colored light turn into such a terrifying black mist? Senior Wu Yu was devoured by the black mist. No matter how stupid they were, such a powerful and terrifying aura and the imminent danger of death could awaken the fear in their hearts and make them more clear-headed. Zhao Feng immediately messaged. Who, after Wu Yu's body disappeared, the terrifying head formed by the black mist grew larger and immediately pressed down on everyone. A powerful suction force came from the mouth of the black mist beast head. Arg! Save me! The young emperor in Lei Tong's group was heavily affected by this place and was sucked into the black mist. Zhao Feng and Old Ing instantly used secret techniques and disappeared into the pathway. Old Ing even dragged Jing Kai with him as he escaped. Only then did the others react and turn around to run. Arg! What's this? A quasi-sacred lord from the goateed elders group was sucked into the black mist. Dragon? Dragon Jade. One of the members trembled as he activated his Dragon Jade. In an instant, a dragon-patterned light spread out along with the spell formation's projection. However, in the next instant, this member was devoured by the black mist beast head before he could even teleport away. Boom! The black mist beast head suddenly split into several balls of black mist before condensing into smaller heads that tried to devour everyone that was trying to escape. Zhao Feng used the lightning wings spatial flash to escape while using his left eye to observe what was happening behind him. The person that was devoured by the black mist beast had managed to enter the array through that small crack. Zhao Feng was stunned. What kind of technique was this? It shrank a person that was 6 to 7 feet tall to the point that they could pass through a small crack. Not good. Zhao Feng realized that a black mist head was trying to devour him. Zhao Feng stopped observing and used the lightning wings spatial flash to escape. The instant that Zhao Feng came out of the entrance, he felt that the danger had disappeared. At this moment, the entire Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground was still shaking. Looks like this ball of black mist can't appear on the surface. Zhao Feng guessed in his heart. Zhao Feng, quickly leave this place. Maybe you can still save Jing Kai. Old Ing looked at the unconscious Jing Kai and was slightly worried. After all, the 9th prince only had 7 members. They couldn't lose any more. At this moment, the black wind within the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground started to become more chaotic, as if it was going to return to its original state. Okay. The golden ripple on Zhao Feng's left eye started to dim. Everyone that should have escaped had escaped, and the underground became calm again. However, the two didn't get very far. A wall to the side exploded, and a storm of destruction from the power of a little world swept across the area. A ball of black wind blew out from the underground of the little world. This ball of black wind turned into a giant black wind ghost that leapt toward Zhao Feng. Not good, the little world of the Sacred Lord's inheritance has shattered. This is the Sacred Lord intent that has been demonized by the black wind. Old Ying's single eye looked ahead, and a soul intent that hadn't completely turned into a black wind ghost yet crushed over with a strong power of Yin. Chapter 953. Not good, the little world of a sacred lord's inheritance has been shattered. This is the sacred lord intent that has been demonized by the wind of darkness. Old Ying's only eye looked forward with panic. A certain sacred lord might have placed the little world inheritance in the Black Wind Canyon a long time ago. As the wind of darkness eroded the little world and caused the Black Wind Canyon forbidden ground to shake, the little world was completely destroyed. The sacred lord intent within the little world had been demonized long ago, and it wasn't just intent anymore, so it could leave the little world. A soul intent that hadn't completely turned into a Black Wind Een ghost yet crushed over with a surge of Een soul power. A measly king dares to enter this place? Give your body to me. This twisted Black Wind Een ghost gave off a voice that sounded like bones rubbing against each other. It made one's hairs stand on end and their hairs stand on end. The demonized sacred lord intent decided to take over Zhao Feng's body. Wind lightning eye flame. A surge of eye bloodline flames surged from Zhao Feng's left eye. Golden purple light spun around it, and dark god tribulation lightning symbols appeared. Boom! A ball of transparent purple and gold lightning fire with the aura of god tribulation lightning exploded on the demonized sacred lord intent. Zhao Feng's wind lightning eye flame was a pure soul attack that used the power of god tribulation lightning as its core. It was extremely powerful against the soul. Furthermore, the element of lightning itself was a great counter to dark and sinister demons and the like. Rumble. The demonized sacred lord intent felt as if 10,000 bolts of lightning were exploding within its body, and the god tribulation lightning was still burning. Arg! How is this possible? The power of this junior's soul? The demonized sacred lord intent screamed, and its face was filled with wariness as it looked at Zhao Feng. The demonized sacred lord intent had underestimated its opponent too much, so it was charred on the outside and tender on the inside. A searing pain spread through its body. So strong. Is this his true strength? Old Ying quickly retreated and saw the power of Zhao Feng's soul attack. The pressure from the demonized sacred lord intent wasn't any weaker than an early-stage mystic light realm intent, but it was still injured by Zhao Feng's soul attack. With such a high attainment in the soul, it was no wonder Zhao Feng did not fear the purple-robed old man, Jiang Hao, the goateed old man, and the others. Because Zhao Feng's strength was enough to look down on them. Let's go! Zhao Feng urged. The dark Een wind in the Black Wind Valley forbidden ground was gradually becoming stronger. In this environment, the more damage the demonized sacred lord intent received, the faster it would be demonized. Furthermore, as long as the damage wasn't fatal, it could use the Een Qi around it to recover. Zhao Feng's true cultivation level was that of a king, after all. As the dark wind became stronger, its effect on him and its suppression also multiplied. At this moment, the two of them were still in the center of the Black Wind Valley forbidden ground. Their vision was pitch black. Old Ying immediately used a secret technique to escape. Damn it, this junior's soul attack also contains the destruction profundity. The demonized sacred lord intent recovered, but it felt its consciousness becoming weaker and weaker. No, I need to find a body to take over. The demonized sacred lord intent's face twisted as its intent was slowly being devoured. It needed to find a physical body to take over and recover its original intent, or else it would become one of the walking Black Wind Een ghosts in the Black Wind Valley forbidden ground. All of you attack as well. The demonized sacred lord intent released a surge of air of Een, and it roared at the Black Wind Een ghosts nearby. The Black Wind Een ghosts howled in shock and immediately started to move. They turned into black whirlwinds and leaped toward Zhao Feng and Old Ying. When looked at from afar, it was like a layer of black and oppressive storm, and countless howls and roars that could make ghosts cry resounded from within it. Old Ying's hair stood on end, and he started to sweat. He didn't even need to sense it. The screams and howls behind him were like 100,000 ghosts from hell. Old Ying was prepared to activate the array in his dragon jade at any moment. Zhao Feng was slightly faster than Old Ying, and he had a grim expression as he looked behind him. Although these Black Wind Een ghosts weren't very strong individually, there were at least a few hundred of them charging over. adding on the demonized Sacred Lord intent, it would be bad if they caught up. He had left marks in other places within the Imperial tombs, but he didn't leave a mark outside the Black Wind Valley Forbidden Ground. Therefore, he couldn't use the misty spatial world to leave with Old Ing, or else the Ninth Prince and Zhou Su would still be waiting outside for them. Sacred lightning dominating body. Zhao Feng's body suddenly became taller, and a layer of golden blue lightning flashed around him. In an instant, Zhao Feng's resistance against the Black Wind wind increased. Zhao Feng then casually punched out several times. Giant metallic fists made of golden lightning crushed forward like a mountain of lightning. Every punch contained a powerful Soul Dao illusion technique. In an instant, the black mass of Black Wind ghosts slowed down. Zhao Feng didn't think about killing these Black Wind ghosts. He just used his illusion maze domain to make them lose their sense of direction. Shizit, old fogey, lend your body to me. Right as Zhao Feng was attacking, the demonized Sacred Lord intent suddenly flew out from the black whirlwind and charged toward Old Ing. Not good. Zhao Feng's expression became grim. He didn't expect the demonized Sacred Lord intent to give up on taking over his body and instead stretch its claws toward Old Ing. Although Old Ying's mastery of the soul was high, he definitely wasn't a match for this demonized Sacred Lord intent. What? The demonized Sacred Lord intent caught up to Old Ing, who was running away. A powerful pressure instantly swept over, and Old Ying's body froze. His soul felt like it had fallen into an ice house. The demonized Sacred Lord intent was about to enter Old Ying's body. A shocking purple and golden eye bloodline power appeared in Zhao Feng's golden left eye. In an instant, a bottomless purple and golden whirlpool formed in Zhao Feng's left eye, and it connected to an endless purple and golden abyss. A forbidden power that targeted the soul covered everything that Zhao Feng's left eye looked at. What's going on? The demonized Sacred Lord intent instantly felt a strong suction force pull it to the side. Old Ing, who was extremely close to the demonized Sacred Lord intent, also felt a terrifying suction force. It was as if his soul was about to leave his body. What a terrifying eye bloodline technique. Old Ing was terrified, and he quickly escaped from Zhao Feng's line of sight and started to run. He knew that Zhao Feng was restricting the demonized Sacred Lord intent so that he could escape first. Damn it, you brat! The demonized Sacred Lord intent roared helplessly and angrily. Its entire body was made up of soul intent, and it didn't even have a place to exert force. Its entire body was being pulled by Zhao Feng. If Zhao Feng extracted the soul of a normal person, their soul would be able to stay in their physical body. It struggled for a while. However, pure soul intense resistance was greatly reduced in front of Zhao Feng's gaze of the God Eye. However, even then, the demonized Sacred Lord intent struggled, and Zhao Feng was unable to put it into the dimension of his left eye. One could only say that this demonized Sacred Lord intent was already very strong, and it was fighting back due to its desire to live. Let go of me! The demonized Sacred Lord intent roared, but it couldn't control its body at all. It couldn't even take half a step forward. It could even faintly see an illusory ancient city, and the scene in front of it started to become chaotic. This brat's soul-extracting technique also contains the Tao of illusions. The demonized Sacred Lord intent was filled with fear. Let go of me. Brat, I promise you that I won't steal your companion's body. The demonized Sacred Lord intent felt its consciousness become blurry, and it was about to be completely replaced by an evil thought. If this continued, it would still be the one to suffer in the end. Therefore, it could only give up on Old Ing and Zhao Feng and search for other living people nearby. That way, it might have a chance of survival. Zhao Feng looked at Old Ing, who was already very far away, and stopped using the gaze of the God Eye. The higher the rank of the soul, the more energy it took to absorb it. At this moment, the demonized Sacred Lord intent was struggling furiously, and it was too difficult to absorb it. Lightning Wings Spatial Flash. Zhao Feng turned into a bolt of scarlet lightning as he flew out of the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. Outside the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground, Old Ying's body instantly relaxed as soon as he came out of the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. Ninth Prince, let's go. Old Ing immediately went to where the Ninth Prince was hiding. Old Ing, where are Zhao Feng and Jing Kai? The Ninth Prince had been inspecting the situation of the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground from the outside, and he only had one feeling: it was weird. As for the teams that entered, none of them had come out. The Black Wind Valley Forbidden Ground's Dark Een Wind was also rapidly returning to its original state. His tense heart relaxed when he saw Old Ing come out, but when he didn't see anyone else, the Ninth Prince's heart tensed up once more. Let's go. Zhao Feng will catch up soon. Old Ing hurriedly urged. Then he led the two of them away. Old Ing knew very well that even Zhao Feng wouldn't be able to destroy the demonized Sacred Lord intent. He had taken a huge risk to stall the demonized Sacred Lord intent so that Old Ing could leave first and take Zhou Su and the Ninth Prince away. Otherwise, if the demonized Sacred Lord intent charged out, the Ninth Prince and Zhou Su would become human targets. No matter how strong Zhao Feng was, he wouldn't be able to protect all three of them at the same time. Zhao Feng charged out of the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground not long after the three left. His left eye immediately saw Old Ing and company running away, and he instantly chased after them. At the same time, the group of 4 from the black-robed group quickly arrived several thousand miles away from the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. Senior Black, the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground is up ahead. One of the members sensed the direction the black-robed person was heading towards and quickly warned in fear. Was the black-robed person taking them to the Forbidden Ground to search for resources? However, even if there were unlimited fortune in the Forbidden Ground, they didn't have the life to take it. The black-robed person's actions and thoughts were completely different from normal people's. The other 2 members also revealed fearful gazes. Zhao Feng. An excited and sinister voice suddenly sounded from the black-robed person's body. Who? The black-robed person turned into a ball of black light and sped toward the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. Chapter 954. As soon as Zhao Feng left the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground, the demonized Sacred Lord intent charged out. Damn it, there's no one in the Black Wind Canyon. The demonized Sacred Lord intent panicked, and its consciousness started to become chaotic. More than 90% of its half-transparent soul intent had turned black, and it had become the same existence as the Black Wind Een ghost. Someone's coming. The demonized Sacred Lord intent seemed to have grabbed onto its last hope, and its body trembled with excitement as it charged toward the black figure in the distance. Kikik, give me your body. The demonized Sacred Lord intent leaped toward the black-robed person. The expression of the black-robed person who just arrived paused. What is this? Sensing the other party's hostility, the black-robed man snorted coldly. Without the slightest fear, he charged directly at the black ball of soul will. Who? The demonized Sacred Lord intent instantly charged into the black-robed person's body. Boom. In just a short while, the demonized Sacred Lord intent screamed and was pushed out of the black-robed person's body, losing some of its power. You? This isn't a human's body. The demonized Sacred Lord intent said in a trembling voice. The instant it charged into the black-robed person's body, it was pushed back by a terrifying aura. This power even surpassed the power of its previous owner. It couldn't see through the laws and intents contained within it. How is this possible? Such a powerful amount of power. The demonized Sacred Lord intent's consciousness became blurry, and it couldn't even speak clearly. Who? His body turned black as he turned into a giant black ghost, unleashing a ferocious aura. The Sacred Lord-level Black Wind Een ghost turned into a large black blade that charged toward the black-robed person. Gaze of death. A cold voice sounded from within the black-robed person's body along with an intent of death that could pierce through heaven and earth. An undefiable intent of death started to radiate from the black-robed person's eyes. Wherever his gaze passed, heaven and earth became dark, and flowers withered and lost all signs of life. The large Black Wind Een ghost in front of him was instantly enveloped by this forbidden power and locked down. The Black Wind Een ghost roared in fear. The sinister energy on the surface of the Black Gale Een ghost was slowly dissipating. In front of the death power Upanishad, vitality was extinguished. Everything in this world would disappear. This was the ultimate power that couldn't be reversed in this world. At this moment, several members of the Black-Robed Man's team rushed over. In an instant, the shadow of death shrouded the three of them. An irresistible force seemed to be plundering everything in their bodies. Profound of death. This is Senior Black-Robe's strength. The three members quickly retreated and took a deep breath. This was merely the remnant power of the Black-Robed Man's profound of death, yet it was already so terrifying that they didn't dare to approach. In fact, they could even feel the life force in their bodies disappearing, including the lifespan of their souls. As the Black Wind Ghost's power weakened, an extremely faint soul shadow was dragged out of the Black Wind Ghost's body. You're the descendant of the god I. This soul shadow was the sacred Lord Intent from before. He didn't expect that he could regain consciousness after turning into a Black Wind Ghost. But in the end, death was unavoidable. The half-transparent sacred Lord Intent started to age and become weaker as it was enveloped by the intent of death, and it was absorbed into the Black-Robed Man. At the same time, a ball of black matter in front of it turned into a surge of black air of and merged into the air. A moment later, the Black-Robed Man looked at the world of darkness in front of him before turning around and leaving. Senior Black-Robe, where are we going now? A member immediately came forward and asked with a smile. He finally understood why the Black-Robed Man was the leader. With the Black-Robed Man's strength, even normal sacred lords would die. To the center. The Black-Robed Man replied. Everyone disappeared from the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. No one heard a wicked laugh from the depths of the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. It wasn't a waste of my 2 breaths of origin chi. These low-tier bodies should be enough. Zhao Feng's here. The 9th Prince and company stopped when they saw a ball of scarlet lightning behind them. It's good that you're fine. Old Ing had an awkward expression. He was the leader, but he let Zhao Feng stall the demonized sacred Lord Intent while he ran first. Luckily, Zhao Feng had returned safely. Let's find a place to discuss how to save Jing Kai. Old Ing had an ugly expression. Although Jing Kai wasn't very strong, he was still one of the main fighters of the group. They couldn't lose him like this. The group soon arrived at the bottom of a cliff. Old Ing let out Jing Kai from his little world. At this moment, Jing Kai's entire body was black, and an invisible air of started to spread. He's been eroded by the air of and a powerful surge of soul power has affected his personality. Zhou Su immediately judged after taking a few glances. Zhao Feng paused for a moment. She was able to tell all this with just a few glances. Her medical skills were indeed not simple. If it was Zhao Feng, he would have to use his soul power or the ability of his left eye. That's about it. Do you have a way to heal him? Old Ing nodded his head. He knew a little about Zhou Su's medical skills. The air of can be expelled and healed, but there's still a mysterious soul power left in his soul that's very hard to get rid of. Zhou Su gave her answer after thinking for a moment. At this moment, Jing Kai regained consciousness and opened his eyes. Old Ing? We're out. Jing Kai suddenly sat up and looked around. Unfortunately, the place where the treasure is buried is protected by a beast spirit. Jing Kai still couldn't forget about the treasure in the Black Wind Canyon. Everyone looked at Jing Kai speechlessly. He was about to die in the Black Wind Canyon, but he was still thinking about the treasure. Old Ing and Zhao Feng risked their lives to save him, but he didn't even show any gratitude. Also, his personality has changed too much. Even if we can get rid of the mysterious soul power, we can't guarantee that he'll return to the original Jing Kai. Zhou Su looked at Jing Kai and added, Zhou Su, what did you say about me? Jing Kai's expression changed dramatically, and his eyes became grim. The atmosphere instantly became silent. Zhou Su, get rid of the air of in his body first. Old Ing looked at Jing Kai, who was a complete stranger to him, and broke the silence. Get rid of the air of and that soul power first, and then we'll think of a way. Zhou Su agreed with Old Ing. They had to get rid of the air of and the other soul power in Jing Kai's body first. If Jing Kai changed, then he could still be saved. Jing Kai, don't worry. Let Zhou Su get rid of the air of Yin in your body. Old Ing tried to calm him down. Okay, I also feel a little uncomfortable. Old Ing still had some status in Jing Kai's heart. Although that was the case, Jing Kai was still suspicious and kept his guard up against Zhou Su. Old Ing, what happened in the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground? A total of 4 groups went in, but only you guys came out. The 9th prince couldn't suppress his curiosity. We're not sure about that either. Any forbidden ground in the Imperial Tombs is a dangerous place that even the first Imperials didn't fully explore. After all, this is an ancient dimension, Old Ing replied in a solemn tone before sighing. Old Ing replied in a solemn tone before sighing. The others probably used the arrays in their dragon jades to escape. The 9th prince's heart shook. He could feel how dangerous the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground was. Apart from Old Ing and Zhao Feng, everyone else used arrays to leave or died inside. However, our rewards this time are quite good. 2 of the little worlds were destroyed, and we were able to obtain Sacred Lord resources and Draconic Providence without any tests. Old Ing intentionally changed the topic. Old Ing and Zhao Feng then transferred all the Draconic Providence in their Dragon Jades into the 9th Prince's pseudo-Crown Prince seal. However, the Draconic Providence in Old Ying's Dragon Jade wasn't even half of what Zhao Feng had in the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. Zhao Feng, you didn't use your Draconic Providence to protect yourself? Old Ing was stunned. When they first entered this dimension, everyone would use their Draconic Providence to reduce the pressure. As time passed, everyone would slowly get used to this place. Therefore, Draconic Providence was used less and less. Thus, it was commonly used as an all-purpose defense to protect oneself and resist the attacks of powerful powers Upanishads, such as the Dark Wind. In the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground, he was constantly using a wisp of Draconic Providence to protect himself against all sorts of laws and intents, but the air of Yin was still eroding him bit by bit. On the other hand, Zhao Feng didn't use any Draconic Providence at all, and he was still able to maintain his consciousness. Let's head toward the center of the Imperial Tombs now. Now that Zhao Feng was with them, Old Ing felt a sense of security. Furthermore, Jing Kai's healing couldn't leave Zhou Su. Zhao Feng, I hope that you won't put too much emphasis on the resources and help the 9th prince. Old Ing had a sincere gaze. Zhao Feng agreed. He took 2 inheritances in the Black Wind Canyon and the precious resources under the Black Wind Canyon. Zhao Feng had already obtained a lot. Unless he met something that he needed, Zhao Feng didn't care about normal early-stage or early-stage Mystic Light Realm resources. Brother Zhao is already doing his best to help me. The 9th prince immediately smiled and said, the amount of Draconic Providence that Zhao Feng had given him was the most out of everyone else. Okay, we're still very far away from the center of the Imperial Tombs. We'll help Zhao Feng tame some of the beasts here during this period of time. Old Ing announced the next part of their itinerary. Traveling was the most important thing, and taming beasts was secondary. Conquering inheritances required time to obtain Draconic Providence. Taming beasts could increase the prince's strength and also give him a small amount of Draconic Providence. Zhao Feng obtained another 2 beast hordes after 5 days of traveling. At the same time, the air of Yin within Jing Kai's soul was expelled. The mysterious soul power hidden within his soul was too profound and powerful. Zhou Su couldn't do anything about it right now. At this moment, Jing Kai's personality hadn't changed much. If this continues, Jing Kai will become a big problem for our group. Old Ing was slightly worried. He doesn't trust us anymore and thinks that we're after his resources. Everyone avoided Jing Kai and communicated with each other. Why don't you give him to me? Zhao Feng's voice suddenly sounded. Chapter 955. Everyone looked at Zhao Feng in surprise. You have a way to get rid of the mysterious soul power in his soul? Puzzlement flashed through Zhou Su's eyes. She still couldn't understand how Zhao Feng got rid of the poison back in the Saint Herb Pavilion. Furthermore, Zhao Feng's mastery of the soul was indeed extraordinary. Old Ing revealed a thoughtful expression. Zhao Feng was the one who got rid of the 9-colored treasured light in his soul under the Black Wind Canyon, but Jing Kai's situation was different. Zhou Su spent 5 days to get rid of the air of Yin in his soul. From this, one could see how deeply Jing Kai's soul had been poisoned. Zhao Feng's method of getting rid of the poison obviously needed the healer's cooperation, and he couldn't have any thoughts of resisting. Jing Kai was now suspicious of everyone, so how could he let Zhao Feng's soul intent enter the depths of his soul? I can also change his personality at the same time. Zhao Feng added. In reality, this was what Zhao Feng wanted. Everyone took in a deep breath when they heard this and looked at Zhao Feng with puzzlement. You have the ability to change people? Zhou Su said. Jing Kai's personality was already so twisted. The only thing Zhou Su could think of was to let him enter some Buddhist sects and follow some monks. Only then would he be able to slowly change. The 9th Prince and Old Ing were also extremely puzzled. Zhao Feng definitely wasn't a kind person. They couldn't imagine how Zhao Feng would teach Jing Kai about life. There's nothing you can do anyways. I can guarantee that he will do his best while he's still a member of the team. Zhao Feng rolled his eyes at everyone. Zhao Feng didn't agree with Jing Kai's strength, but just as Olding said, the 9th Prince's team couldn't lose any more people. Then we'll leave it to Zhao Feng. Old Ing agreed. They had no other choice right now. Although he was confused, he had an indescribable confidence in Zhao Feng. Moreover, what Zhao Feng said just now, he could almost guess what method Zhao Feng would use, but it didn't matter. Jing Kai, who was resting at the side, noticed that something was wrong with the expressions of the others. He felt suspicious. Suddenly, Zhao Feng got up and walked towards him. What are you doing? Jing Kai panicked. The strength and means Zhao Feng had displayed in Black Wind Valley was still fresh in Jing Kai's mind. He was still very afraid of him. Zhao Feng waved his left hand and put Jing Kai into the misty spatial world. Zhao Feng was the ruler of the misty spatial world, and the laws of the misty spatial world completely restricted Jing Kai. Zhao Feng walked towards Jing Kai, his powerful soul will pressing down on him again. Jing Kai's body and soul were greatly suppressed. He couldn't circulate his true yuan or soul will. Dark Heart Seal. A flickering purple and gold seal of lightning appeared in Zhao Feng's left eye, and it slowly imprinted itself into the depths of Jing Kai's soul along with wisps of the aura of God Tribulation lightning. Although Jing Kai had the strength of an unrivaled emperor, his soul intent was his weakness. With Zhao Feng's soul intent, which was equivalent to a sacred lord's, he was able to easily imprint the Dark Heart Seal. A while later, Master, I understand your good intentions. Please heal me. Jing Kai half knelt in front of Zhao Feng. Although Jing Kai's personality wouldn't change after being imprinted with the Dark Heart Seal, he believed Zhao Feng's words without any doubt and wouldn't have any other thoughts. If Zhao Feng had the ability to teach others, he might be able to turn Jing Kai into a good person in a short while. However, Zhao Feng didn't have the time to do that. I'll first get rid of the mysterious soul power in your soul. Don't resist. Zhao Feng placed his hand on Jing Kai's head, and a surge of soul intent shot out from Zhao Feng's soul body. Zhao Feng. Jing Kai relaxed and acted as if he was willing to let Zhao Feng do whatever he wanted. At the same time, he changed the word master to Zhao Feng. After all, Zhao Feng was a member of the team, and if one of the team members called him master, the other members would become afraid of Zhao Feng. Through his arm, Zhao Feng's soul intent slowly entered Jing Kai's soul with his powerful soul power. Because he had a lightning soul body, Zhao Feng's soul power automatically contained the power of God Tribulation lightning. At the same time, with the help of Zhao Feng's God spiritual eye, he was able to clearly see the evil soul power within Jing Kai's soul and carefully get rid of it. However, this power had invaded Jing Kai's soul too deeply. Even Zhao Feng had to spend a lot of time to get rid of it. Of course, all of this was done while they were resting on the road. After all, the first stage of the Crown Prince trial was about to end. Everyone needed to get to the center of the imperial tombs as soon as possible. During this period of time, Zhao Feng didn't let Jing Kai reveal himself and told him to focus on cultivating in the misty spatial world. After the trip to the Black Wind Canyon, Jing Kai's soul intent had become more refined. However, Zhao Feng still wasn't satisfied with Jing Kai's strength. As a battle-type team, the ninth prince was much weaker than the other teams. At the very least, he didn't even have the battle power of a sacred lord. After Jing Kai's treatment ended, Zhao Feng had time to consolidate his strength. Ever since entering the Crown Prince trial, Zhao Feng hadn't had the time to comprehend all the battles. The battle experience of the older generation was very practical. For example, Sacred Lord 100 Refine's close combat techniques were definitely unique to the Chao family. At the same time, Zhao Feng would occasionally enter the ancient dream realm. Zhao Feng realized that his ability to adapt to the ancient dream realm had increased. On a certain day, Zhao Feng enslaved another flying Yao spirit while walking through the ancient forest. A black eagle with the aura of an emperor landed on Zhao Feng's head, who, after leaving the ancient dream realm and returning to the imperial tombs, Zhao Feng stood on top of a cliff and released the black eagle into the air. That's the fifth one. Zhao Feng had a smile on his face as he murmured softly. At the bottom of the cliff, everyone entered a state of cultivation. They could all feel how weak they were in the Crown Prince trial. They could only use all the time they had left. The ninth prince was the most hardworking, and since he was extremely talented, he was improving very quickly. Over the next few days, apart from traveling and resting, everyone only had one thing to do: help Zhao Feng tame beasts. Zhao Feng, we tamed the winged wolf pack and the night wolf pack last time. Now you have enough agile and aggressive beasts. Old Ying analyzed. After taming beasts twice, Old Ying had a complete understanding of Zhao Feng's beast-taming abilities. He could only say that Zhao Feng was so strong in every aspect that he wasn't human at all. One person could take on many responsibilities in a group, and Zhao Feng could even take over Old Ying's position. Old Ying knew that he wasn't as good as Zhao Feng when it came to predicting danger and analyzing weaknesses. Now we need beasts with strength. Old Ying's eyes twinkled. Old Ying changed his strategy after learning about Zhao Feng's beast-taming abilities. Zhao Feng's beast horde was a key part of the Crown Prince trial. Old Ying placed great importance on it, and he was willing to spend a lot of time and manpower to strengthen Zhao Feng's beast horde. Beast-taming beasts? Zhao Feng thought about his ice crystal bear. However, it was obvious that Old Ying needed a large number of beasts with strength. Zhao Feng never thought that the Crown Prince trial would be so complicated. From the looks of it, the position of beast tamer wasn't easy. This is the place. The group stopped in a dark forest with towering trees. A wild and primal aura and an aura of blood instantly swept over. Boom. Occasionally, there would be an explosion accompanied by the roars of beasts. Everyone could feel that this place wasn't normal. We've arrived at the central region of the imperial tombs. This is a gathering place for beasts, and there are many powerful beasts here. Old Ying introduced the place to everyone. A figure appeared next to Zhao Feng. It was Jing Kai. Jing Kai. Everyone had hesitant gazes as they inspected Jing Kai. At this moment, they couldn't feel the wicked power from Jing Kai's body anymore. It was obvious that Zhao Feng had successfully gotten rid of it. I've been cultivating in Zhao Feng's little world this entire time. Jing Kai didn't feel anything when facing everyone else, but he still followed Zhao Feng's request and talked to the other members of the group. Zhao Feng let him out for the sake of the group's safety. The group of 5 then entered the center of the forest. In the depths of the forest, there was a pitch-black tree hole under a towering ancient tree. Inside the tree hole, however, was another world. It was like a brand new world. There was a sandstorm in the desert, and there was a giant castle made of sand in the center of the desert. Sure, Yule, hand over the inheritance and draconic providence, and I'll let you go. A red-haired male covered in golden flames held a long spear and gave off a strong battle power. There were 3 other members next to the red-haired male. In front of them was a stone wall made of sand, and there were talismans and arrays on it. Boom! The red-haired male swept out with his long spear, and a giant ball of flames shot out like a blood-red flaming dragon with a domineering and scorching aura. Boom! Yellow sand rippled on the stone wall, spreading out like ripples in water. This blood-red flame dragon merged into the center, causing several muffled explosions to ring out. Then the stone wall returned to its original state. It's useless, Tai Lingyun. With the power of the Shi family's bloodline and the protection of the inheritance, we won't be able to break in. A red-haired old man stood to the side, and the other two stood behind him obediently. The defense of this array is extremely profound. As expected of Shinjizi, the eyes of an array master behind the red-haired old man flickered. Every attack from Tai Lingyun would be weakened by the mysterious array on the stone wall. Inside the sand wall, Shi Yulei held a dark yellow shield with both hands, and there was a dark yellow dragon carved on it. This shield was in the center of the stone wall, and it couldn't be moved. What powerful attacks! As expected of the prodigy of the Tai family's younger generation. Such a terrifying blood devil son bloodline. Shi Yulei harumphed. If it wasn't for the inheritance sacred weapon in his hand that could borrow some of the power from the little world, their group wouldn't have the strength to fight the fourth prince's group. Senior Shinjizi, why don't we use the array in the Dragon Jade to leave? Su Qingling's face was pale, and it was obvious that she was heavily injured. There's no need. Someone's already here to save us. A pale old man sitting cross-legged in the center suddenly opened his eyes, which were as deep as the starry night, as if they contained endless philosophy. Chapter 956. If you are unwilling to hand over the legacy resources and draconic providence, you can choose to tell me Zhao Feng's current location. Tai Lingyun frowned slightly impatiently. This inheritance space was well preserved. Shi Yulei's defensive inheritance sacred tool had connected with the power of this place to form a yellow sand wall. Even the Tai family's elders couldn't do anything about it. Staying here would be a waste of both parties' time. However, the ninth prince's team probably didn't care about this bit of time. The ninth prince had no hope of becoming the crown prince. The fourth prince was different. He was the prince with the highest chance of becoming the crown prince. It was very likely that he would be targeted by the other princes, so their time was extremely precious. Senior Shinjizi, I believe you should be able to roughly divine it, right? Zhao Feng and Shen Yuan were the two people he wanted to defeat the most in the imperial tombs. Then there was Yu Tianhao. He possessed the unparalleled heaven-battling bloodline, and after a few years, he had grown to a point where others could not help but take him seriously. You'll know where he is the moment you turn around. Shinjizi's aged voice came from the other side of the yellow sand wall. Turn around. Tai Lingyun did not know what this meant. However, all of a sudden, the bloodline in his body trembled slightly as if it had sensed something. Tai Lingyun immediately turned his head. Outside the ancient castle, a group of people was flying over. Zhao Feng. Tai Lingyun's entire body surged with a blood-sun-like glazed flame, overflowing with battle intent. Within the yellow sand wall, Old Ing, the ninth prince, and Zhao Feng are all here. Su Qingling instantly sensed the situation outside. Great! Shi Yulei sighed. If this stalemate continued, he would still be the one who couldn't hold on. At the same time, Shi Yulei looked at Shinjizi. As expected of a master diviner, he could even divine something like this. This was the biggest crisis their team had faced so far, but they still managed to resolve it without using the Dragon Jade's formation. Shi Yulei couldn't help but admire this old senior who was once famous in Dagon. They had been surrounded by the fourth prince's team. However, now that all the members of the ninth prince's team were here, the situation was completely different. Just like how they had surrounded the fourth prince's team. Boom! Shi Yulei removed his defenses. Tai Lingyun, don't be anxious. The red-haired old man secretly transmitted his voice. Even though they had one sacred lord and 3 quasi-sacred lords on their side, the sacred lord was still a sacred lord. On the other hand, the ninth prince's group had arrived. There was a total of 8 people, and the ninth prince could use draconic providence to instantly increase his battle power. This was the uniqueness of the prince in this game. Facing so many teams, the prince was everyone's target. But against a single team, the prince was practically a super strong force. Moreover, even if the individual strength of a complete team was not strong, when they worked together perfectly, there was almost no weakness. Shi Yulei specialized in defense, and Su Qingling's soul attacks were impossible to defend against. There was also Shinjizi, the mysterious array master, and the Beast Tamer's Beast Horde. With the treatment of the doctor, the Beast Horde could unleash boundless battle power. This was the power of a team. Even though the red-haired elder was a holy lord, he didn't want to tangle with such a team. Zhao Feng, do you dare to fight me? Tai Lingyun ignored the Tai family elder's words and turned into a ball of yang flame, directly rushing out. Everyone be careful. Old Ing messaged everyone, and the 6 of them stepped forward. Who? Tai Lingyun floated in the air and looked at the other 5 with annoyance. He gave a forced smile and said, "What's wrong, Zhao Feng? You have the Blood Devil Sun bloodline, but you're hiding behind someone else and becoming a beast tamer?" Hearing what Tai Lingyun said, Shi Yulei and Su Qingling both paused in the sandstone castle. They were just wondering why Tai Lingyun was so interested in Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng had the Blood Devil Sun bloodline of the Tai family? What was going on? They immediately thought back to the 2 people from the Tai family that came before the fights for the spots. So that's how it is. Everything makes sense now. Old Ing had already told the 9th Prince and Zhou Su about this. At this moment, they looked at Zhao Feng with a complicated gaze. Tai Lingyun, this isn't a place for one-on-one fights. This is the Crown Prince trial. Old Ying's voice sounded. They had the advantage right now, and they didn't need to let Zhao Feng fight Tai Lingyun. Okay, then we'll use the rules of the Crown Prince trial. Tai Lingyun's eyes became grim. Let Zhao Feng fight me. If he wins, then all the draconic providence within this dragon jade will be yours. Tai Lingyun shook the dragon jade at his waist. It flickered with a crystalline light, vaguely forming a golden dragon tattoo. So much draconic providence. Old Ying's eyes twinkled as he sighed in his heart. The difference between the groups was still very big. Tai Lingyun's group's target was probably some early-stage or late-stage Sacred Lord inheritances, but they had gathered so much draconic providence. At this moment, the red-haired elder led 2 other members over from the sandstone castle. Behind them, Shinjizi's group maintained a certain distance. Old Ing and Jing Kai immediately stood in front of the 9th Prince and Zhou Su, and remained cautious. Old Ing, it's my mistake for you to surround us, but you can't stop us if we want to leave. The red-haired elder had a calm expression. Old Ying's eyes became grim as he looked at Tai Yunhua. This was indeed the case. All the members of the 9th Prince's group were here. In a head-on fight, they wouldn't be scared even if the 4th Prince's group was strong. However, if Tai Yunhua's group wanted to leave, how many of them could catch up? Even if some of their members could catch up, they wouldn't be a match for Tai Yunhua's group if they left the group. Why don't we do as Tai Lingyun said and let Zhao Feng come out and use the draconic providence as a bet? Tai Yunhua glanced at Zhao Feng's dim dragon jade and then at Zhao Feng. He also wanted to see the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. The 9th Prince's group all looked at Zhao Feng. Jing Kai, the 9th Prince, and Old Ing were confident in Zhao Feng facing Tai Lingyun. Zhao Feng had the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline, but he specialized in Soul Eye bloodline techniques. He had a big advantage against Tai Lingyun. Furthermore, Tai Yunhua was obviously trying to make this fight happen because Zhao Feng's Dragon Jade had no light at all. Even if Zhao Feng lost, they wouldn't lose anything. That's a good idea. Zhao Feng stepped out. The people from the Tai family kept bothering him. Even though he had told Tai Hongnan everything before the fights for the spots, he knew that this wasn't over yet. The people from the Tai family were arrogant and self-centered. Zhao Feng didn't like this for a long time. Shi Yulei and Su Qingling paused. The 9th Prince and company didn't have any intention of objecting. Could Zhao Feng's strength be able to fight against the peerless genius of the Tai family, Tai Lingyun? What did they miss? Good. The bloodline within Tai Lingyun's body started to burn, and a layer of glass-like flames covered his body. He was like a flaming war god that radiated a scorching battle intent. A scorching power made everyone present uncomfortable. Their bodies felt pressured, and their blood and true yuan seemed to be burning. Everyone instinctively retreated. Sacred lightning dominating body. Zhao Feng took a step forward, and his body grew taller. He released a layer of golden blue lightning that crushed forward. You're not even using your bloodline? Tai Lingyun's eyes were cold. Zhao Feng's actions were an insult to him. Tai Lingyun immediately leapt into the air, and the glass-like flames around his body expanded dramatically. He turned into a glass-like fireball that smashed toward Zhao Feng, who, a pair of scarlet wings of lightning instantly appeared behind Zhao Feng's back. Lightning flashed, and a limitless physical force of lightning spread out along with the sacred lightning body, causing Tai Lingyun's speed to slow down. Zhao Feng's scarlet wings of lightning suddenly flapped. Zhao Feng's figure turned into a bolt of scarlet lightning that charged toward the glass-like fireball at an even faster speed. Zhao Feng's actions instantly broke Tai Lingyun's momentum, and he unleashed an even more dominating charge. He had the initiative from the start of the battle. Boom! The scarlet golden light and the blood-red flames clashed, and a shocking explosion sounded out like a meteor crashing into the ground. Tai Lingyun was pushed back several steps, and he was slightly surprised. Zhao Feng's physical force made him feel as if he had struck steel, and the burning characteristic of his Blood Devil Sun bloodline was greatly reduced. Zhao Feng used the scarlet wings of lightning to stabilize himself as he retreated. He cultivated the sacred lightning body, and his defense was shocking. However, Tai Lingyun's Blood Devil Sun bloodline allowed him to unleash power that far surpassed Zhao Feng's even though he was at a disadvantage. The difference between a king and a quasi-sacred lord was huge. The blood within Zhao Feng's body started to boil, and his entire body started to heat up. Furthermore, Zhao Feng felt that the explosive power of Tai Lingyun's bloodline wasn't too different from his perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. This was enough to prove that although Tai Lingyun's bloodline wasn't perfect, it was stronger than normal bloodlines of the Tai family, and Tai Lingyun's control over it was perfect. Sacred lightning dominating fist. Zhao Feng spun in the air and once again unleashed the explosive power of a dive. He then completely activated his sacred lightning body, and his fists flashed with scarlet and golden lightning as he punched out. One after another, metallic lightning fists pressed down on Tai Lingyun like a giant mountain of lightning. Blood Devil Charge. Tai Lingyun's eyes were cold, and a glass-like blood-colored light started to burn around his body. It was as if he was bathing in flames, and his body became bright red. Boom! The blood-colored flames around Tai Lingyun's body exploded, and he instantly flew forward. His speed and power were 3 times faster than before, and he was like a ball of burning lava. Even Zhao Feng paused for a moment. He instantly understood that this was the secret technique of the Tai family's Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Ding! Bam! The spear in Tai Lingyun's hand was like a flaming dragon as it clashed against Zhao Feng's scarlet wings of lightning. After using the Blood Devil Charge, Tai Lingyun's offense became even stronger, and the burning effect of his Blood Devil Sun bloodline became much stronger. Zhao Feng's body started to boil, and his Blood Devil Sun bloodline seemed like it was about to explode. Boom! Boom! A sandstorm that contained countless flames and lightning engulfed the two figures. The sound of explosions resounded across heaven and earth like thunder. This child has actually cultivated in such a profound body-refining cultivation method. Under the situation where Tai Lingyun executed the Blood Demon Charge, he is still able to persevere. Tai Yunhua's eyes twinkled in the distance. So strong. As expected of Master. Zhao Feng. Jing Kai's blood boiled. At this moment, Zhao Feng was fighting on par with the genius of the Tai family. This is Zhao Feng? Shi Yulei's mouth dropped open. There was no need for a beast tamer to have such strong battle power, right? I didn't expect Zhao Feng to be so strong. Su Qingling's cold expression changed for the first time. Boom, boom, boom. After using the Blood Devil Charge, Tai Lingyun's explosive power was unstoppable. Zhao Feng was forced back by the barrage of attacks, and he was at a disadvantage. His sacred lightning body had become bright red from the burning, and he had lost a lot of blood essence. The sacred lightning dominating fist's lightning suppression and numbing effects weren't very effective against the Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Zhao Feng blocked one of Tai Lingyun's explosive attacks with his fists, and he felt a burning pain in his arms. He then used the scarlet wings of lightning to retreat. A wicked smile appeared on Zhao Feng's face. If you want to see, then I'll let you see. A bright red glass-like flame surrounded Zhao Feng's body like a blood-colored mist. In an instant, Zhao Feng's entire body seemed to be bathed in fire, and his body was bright red. With the addition of his sacred lightning body, he was like a flaming demonic sovereign. A terrifying burning aura formed a ball of flames that spread in every direction, and the temperature of the desert started to rise. Chapter 957. A scorching and terrifying aura spread out like a shockwave. The dark yellow desert was instantly covered in a layer of bright red flames, and the air twisted as if it was a burning hell. From afar, the two of them were like the sun in this place, and they released a burst of blood-colored light. Tai Lingyun's bloodline trembled slightly, and the glass-like flames on his body seemed to be suppressed by Zhao Feng's blood-colored flames. However, this pressure made him even more excited. Behind Tai Lingyun, Tai Yunhua's bloodline also trembled slightly, and it started to throb as if it was about to burn. So, this is the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Tai Yunhua's fiery eyes stared at Zhao Feng's perfect blood-colored glass-like body. The blood-colored flames seemed to be burning their life force to fight, and it made others feel respect and fear. This was the perfect bloodline of the Tai family, and it was his first time seeing it. If such a powerful bloodline returned to the Tai family, this is the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. The two people next to Tai Yunhua obviously knew about this, but they were still stunned after seeing the power of the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Their bodies and bloodlines all felt a burning sensation, and they immediately circulated their true essence to resist some of the remaining energy. The perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline was a terrifying battle-type bloodline that could be ranked in the top 10 Imperial Dao bloodlines. Old Ying and company quickly retreated behind Zhao Feng. Those with weaker bodies and weaker cultivations, such as Zhou Su and Su Qingling, felt as if their bodies were on fire, and a suffocating pressure swept over them. How is this possible? Zhao Feng's bloodline is even stronger than Tai Lingyun's? Shi Yulei had a shocked expression, and his heart started to tremble. Tai Lingyun was publicly recognized as having the strongest bloodline among the younger generation of the Tai family, and his talent was unparalleled in the family. Even Shi Yulei, who specialized in defense, couldn't handle Tai Lingyun's explosive power. On the other hand, Zhao Feng's Blood Devil Sun bloodline was faintly suppressing Tai Lingyun's bloodline. There was only one possibility. That's right, the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Old Ying was stunned. This was his first time seeing the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. It was a terrifying Imperial Dao bloodline that was almost extinct. How is this possible? Su Qingling's face was filled with shock. She remembered what Zhao Feng had said during the fights for the spots. It was actually true. Zhao Feng had the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline, which was why an elder of the Tai family personally came to recruit him. But now, the Zhao Feng that they had underestimated was on par with the fourth prince's subordinate, the peerless genius of the Tai clan. As expected of Zhao Feng, the ninth prince's face was filled with excitement. Zhao Feng's current strength far surpassed anyone in the team. He was even comparable to the main combat members of the top 5 princes. Furthermore, Zhao Feng was also the beast tamer, the pillar of the team. All of this was beyond the ninth prince's expectations. Tai Lingyun's bloodline was slightly suppressed, but the glazed flame on his body abruptly burst out. In an instant, he erupted with an aura that was equal to Zhao Feng's. Let me taste the so-called perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Tai Lingyun's battle intent seemed to be burning, blazing, and berserk. Blood Devil Charge. Tai Lingyun once again used this move. He was like a ball of blood-red lava that radiated a terrifying pressure that could scare gods and ghosts. The perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline suppressed bloodlines that hadn't reached the level of atavism. Zhao Feng felt that the huge difference in cultivation between him and Tai Lingyun had been made up for. Zhao Feng's scarlet wings of lightning were like the wings of an undying golden crow in the blood-red glazed flame, and they were accompanied by wisps of lightning. Boom! With the explosive power of his bloodline, the lightning wings flying technique displayed the laws of flight that surpassed his body. He was like a ball of exploding scarlet flame that released blood-red sparks as he flashed through the air. Boom! Boom! Boom, boom. The two of them were like meteors that clashed together, and a wave of scorching flames swept across heaven and earth like a tsunami. The two figures quickly retreated, and a forbidden scorching power exploded in the center. The effect of the ignition has been countered. Zhao Feng sensed it the instant they clashed. Their bloodlines came from the same body, so the ignition effect of Zhao Feng's bloodline wasn't effective on Tai Lingyun. It was just like when he faced demonic Emperor Xian Luo's scorching demon spirit body. When the flames from Zhao Feng's attack were about to ignite Tai Lingyun's body, they were instantly engulfed by the glazed flame on Tai Lingyun's body. The ignition effect of the two bloodlines couldn't be used. Furthermore, the bloodline recovery effect of Zhao Feng's perfect blood devil sun bloodline was greatly reduced. However, the essence and blood it absorbed was very suitable for Zhao Feng. It could be used directly on the bloodline to replenish Yuan Qi and heal injuries. Boom. Zhao Feng's fist of lightning clashed with Tai Lingyun's spear once more. Two extremely fierce and domineering attacks. Every time they collided, thunder and fire roared throughout the world. They're on par. The expressions of the two quasi-sacred lords on Tai Yunhua's side were dazed. Zhao Feng, who was only a king, was able to unleash battle power equivalent to Tai Lingyun. Even the perfect blood devil sun bloodline wouldn't be able to do this. Zhao Feng isn't simple either. His true yuan is extremely pure and powerful. It's extremely compatible with the blood devil sun bloodline. Tai Yunhua stared at Zhao Feng without blinking. The quality of Zhao Feng's true yuan surpassed normal peak emperors, and its power was extraordinary. Boom. Bam. The defense and physical strength of Zhao Feng's sacred lightning body, as well as the bloodline recovery effect of the perfect blood devil sun bloodline, completely made up for the difference in cultivation and true yuan between him and Tai Lingyun. Furthermore, Zhao Feng's blood devil sun bloodline was being used up even more, and his aura became stronger and stronger. Tai Lingyun's eyes flashed with a red light as battle intent filled the air. As someone from the Tai family, he obviously knew the characteristics of the perfect blood devil sun bloodline like the back of his hand. Therefore, Tai Lingyun burned his true yuan to increase the power of his bloodline in order to resist the unique effects of the perfect blood devil sun bloodline. I'll let you have a taste of the body strengthening technique that's compatible with the blood devil sun bloodline. After I defeat you, I'll help you persuade Elder Hong Nan. No matter how good a bloodline is, it's useless if someone doesn't know how to use their bloodline. Tai Lingyun's aura rose, and his glass-like body suddenly released a red jade-like light. It was as if he was being reborn, and a surge of physical power appeared. Zhao Feng stood in the air, and his sacred lightning body was instantly hit by a surge of heat. The clash of physical power between the two caused explosions to sound in heaven and earth. Bam! Zhao Feng took a few steps back in shock. The unique physical power that Tai Lingyun was currently using combined with the blood devil sun bloodline was extremely strong. The two of them boosted each other and managed to suppress his sacred lightning body and the perfect blood devil sun bloodline. As expected, the foundation of the 8 big families couldn't be underestimated. They had studied their own bloodlines very thoroughly. I didn't expect him to use the scarlet jade glass body so quickly. However, this means that I need to end this battle as soon as possible. Tai Yunhua was stunned. He needed to end the battle quickly against the perfect blood devil sun bloodline. Furthermore, Zhao Feng's body-strengthening technique had surpassed Tai Yunhua's expectations. Otherwise, Tai Lingyun wouldn't have used the Scarlet Jade Glass Body. The Scarlet Jade Glass Body was a supreme body-strengthening technique that the ancestors of the Tai family had created. When used together with the Blood Devil Sun bloodline, it could instantly unleash destructive power. At the same time, such a heaven-defying technique had a big side effect. If used for too long, it could even harm the source of one's bloodline. Not good. It's the Scarlet Jade Glass Body, the supreme body-strengthening technique of the Tai family. Old Ying's heart jumped. When used together with the Blood Devil Sun bloodline, the user's true yuan, bloodline, and body could unleash power that was several times stronger than normal. Although Zhao Feng had the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline, he wasn't good at using it, and he didn't have any secret techniques to complement it. However, what Old Ing was confused about was why Zhao Feng hadn't used Soul Eye Bloodline techniques yet. That was his forte. Sacred Lightning Protection. Zhao Feng merged the fire of wind lightning and the physical force of the sacred lightning together, and an ancient barrier of lightning started to condense around his body. At the same time, a surge of bloodline power entered it. The ancient barrier of lightning instantly turned crystal red, and a blood-colored flame started to rise. Lightning Wings Spatial Flash. Zhao Feng appeared in the clouds, and his scarlet lightning wings released a surge of golden light as he charged down with limitless power. Before the fist aura even arrived, a burst of scarlet flames exploded. The boundless aura and physical pressure caused the spectators in the distance to feel an intense pressure in their bodies and minds. Come! Tai Lingyun's body glittered with a scarlet-red glass-like light as flames rose. Battle intent surged in his eyes as he looked up at Zhao Feng. He wasn't scared of the explosive power that came with Zhao Feng's dive. Hu! Tai Lingyun suddenly soared into the sky like a scarlet jade dragon. He soared into the sky, and everywhere he passed, even the void was burning. Boom! A ball of blood-red flames like the glorious sun burst out, forming a flaming storm that engulfed the two figures. Hu! A scarlet flaming bolt of lightning flew out. What a powerful burst of power! Zhao Feng was pushed back 100 yards. The sacred lightning protection around him had already been shattered, and a searing pain spread through his body. The lines of lightning on the surface of his sacred lightning body showed signs of collapsing. Tai Lingyun's scarlet jade glass body completely surpassed his sacred lightning body after being activated by the Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Luckily, Zhao Feng's Blood Devil Sun bloodline allowed him to recover from his injuries in time. Hu! Tai Lingyun was also pushed back to the ground, and a searing pain spread through his body. When Zhao Feng's sacred lightning protection was shattered, the backlash was so strong that even Tai Lingyun's scarlet jade glass body couldn't handle it. This Zhao Feng used a flying technique and defensive secret technique to block Tai Lingyun's explosive attack. Tai Yunhua looked at Zhao Feng and nodded his head. This brat's battle talent wasn't any weaker than some of the disciples of the Tai family. However, in the next instant, Tai Yunhua was completely stunned. That's the Blood Devil Charge, a secret technique of the Tai family. How does he know it? At the same time, Tai Lingyun was also shocked. This was the Blood Devil Charge that he had used before. The glass-like flames around Zhao Feng's body surged and gave off the sound of explosions. The image of a scarlet blood-colored sun slowly appeared behind him, and a whirlpool started to spin. Chapter 958. Blood Demon Charge combined with the secret technique of the Blood Devil Sun bloodline. He was able to unleash an unparalleled explosive force from the very beginning to obtain an overwhelming offensive. The instantaneous explosive power was equivalent to using the scarlet jade glass body. However, the flaw was that it only lasted for a short period of time. If it didn't have any obvious effects, it wouldn't be very useful, and it would instead use up the power of the bloodline. Tai Lingyun used the Blood Demon Charge twice. All of this was captured by Zhao Feng. Through the analysis of his left eye, Zhang Xian was able to analyze the secret art and replicate it. Ah, good. You're the second person in the younger generation, apart from Shen Yuan, that can make me fight with all my strength. After the shock, Tai Lingyun became even more excited. Such a terrifying and powerful opponent had a bloodline that was even more perfect than his. It had been a long time since he had such a satisfying battle. Under the effect of the Blood Demon Charge, Zhao Feng shot into the sky, and his scarlet wings left a trail of light behind him. The blood-red sun behind him instantly released a layer of golden and blood-red light, and it rose into the sky like an ancient golden crow. Boom! Zhao Feng left behind a bright blood-red sun in the sky as his figure shot down, leaving behind a string of explosions. This attack pushed Zhao Feng's speed, offense, and explosive power to the extreme. Zhao Feng could feel that the Blood Demon Charge's explosive power seemed to increase by another level under the control of his perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. This time, even Tai Lingyun had to be careful when facing Zhao Feng's terrifying power. A flaming winged dragon dozens of yards long appeared under Tai Lingyun's feet. The flaming winged dragon was covered in crystal red scales, and its wings were huge. As it flapped its wings, countless waves of fire swept across the sky. Furthermore, Tai Lingyun's aura seemed to increase as he stood on the flaming winged dragon, as if he could use the power of the dragon fire within its body. Boom! Tai Lingyun rode on the flaming winged dragon and shot into the sky. Boom! The two balls of blood-red light clashed again. Boom! Several crimson rays of light shot out in all directions. Then, a storm of lightning and fire swept out, causing the vast void to tremble. Since you want to fight in the air, I'll accompany you. After this exchange, Zhao Feng's sacred lightning body dimmed once more, and Zhao Feng used the lightning wings flying technique to rise into the sky. He found that not only did the explosive power of his bloodline increase, but the characteristics of his perfect blood devil sun bloodline also increased. At that moment, he absorbed 3 times the amount of blood essence and vital energy from Tai Lingyun's body, reducing the consumption of the blood devil impact once again. At the same time, the effect of the ignition was also more obvious. However, this amplification only existed when the blood demon's attack collided. Thunder Wing's spatial flash. The instant the effect of the blood demon charge disappeared, Zhao Feng activated his secret flying technique and shot down. Ding ding peng. The two went from fighting at low altitudes to high altitudes. It was like a battle between a golden crow and a fire dragon. Dazzling blood splendor covered the entire sky. Boom! Hoo! Zhao Feng used the blood demon charge again and clashed with Tai Lingyun. Although Tai Lingyun was standing on the flaming winged dragon and could borrow the power of the flaming winged dragon's draconic fire, the powerful body of the flaming winged dragon also weakened the impact of the clash. However, he lost his speed advantage and could only defend. On the other hand, Zhao Feng's scarlet wings of lightning was extremely agile when used with the lightning wings flying technique and the lightning wings spatial flash. Adding on the explosive power of the blood devil sun bloodline, his speed was pushed to the extreme. Speed could increase explosiveness, and explosiveness could increase speed. Each of Zhao Feng's attacks would come from a high altitude, and he would switch between the lightning wings spatial flash and the blood demon charge. After one exchange, he would immediately retreat and prepare for the next attack to control the situation. So strong. Zhao Feng has turned the tables and is now the one with the initiative. Shi Yulei was stunned, and he couldn't help but admire Zhao Feng. If he faced Tai Lingyun, he would only be able to take a beating, but from the looks of it, Tai Lingyun was the one counterattacking. Shi Yulei could only think of Xen Wuheng in the younger generation who could do this. Zhao Feng is training his bloodline power. Old Ing nodded his head faintly. He finally understood why Zhao Feng didn't use his eye bloodline techniques. He could feel that Zhao Feng's control over the blood devil sun bloodline had become better, and he was able to reduce the amount of energy he expended to the minimum. Since Zhao Feng could learn the Tai family's bloodline secret technique, it wouldn't be hard for him to learn how to control Tai Lingyun's bloodline. Furthermore, Zhao Feng's control over the situation was very strong. This isn't good for us if this continues. Tai Yunhua's eyes could see through everything. Zhao Feng's lightning wings secret technique and other secret techniques made him extremely agile, and he had the advantage in terms of speed. Tai Lingyun borrowed the power of the flaming dragon, but he wasn't able to gain the upper hand, so he was forced into a passive state. Although he wasn't losing, Tai Lingyun's scarlet jade glass body was reaching its limit. On the other side, although Zhao Feng could absorb blood to recover his yuan qi, it wasn't enough to replenish the yuan qi he had expended. If this continued, the key to victory would be whether Zhao Feng's yuan qi or Tai Lingyun's scarlet jade glass body could last longer. Everyone below was watching this fiery battle of bloodlines. Unknowingly, a fighting spirit was awakened in their bodies. Bam! Tai Lingyun clashed with Zhao Feng once again, and he felt a strong shockwave explode out. However, no one knew how frustrated he was. Zhao Feng's attacks were extremely unique and weird. Every time they clashed, he felt as if his attacks weren't able to deal a complete blow. It was as if Zhao Feng's attacks were aimed at his weakest point. What a strong true yuan. This was Tai Lingyun's second feeling. From the start until now, Zhao Feng had maintained his flying state and his sacred lightning body. Even if the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline could absorb blood essence and yuan qi from him to replenish his true yuan, it should have been used up a long time ago. However, he didn't know that Zhao Feng's foundation was extremely firm ever since he recultivated. He even suppressed his cultivation and consolidated the quality of his true yuan. Adding on the uniqueness of the 5-elemental wind lightning technique, the quality and quantity of Zhao Feng's true yuan were much better than some emperors. Ding, ding, bam. The flames around Tai Lingyun's body rose once more, and the flaming dragon below him seemed to be tired. His scarlet jade glass body had almost reached its limit. If this continued, it would damage his bloodline. Tai Lingyun's eyes calmed down, and he prepared to find an opportunity to unleash a devastating attack. Bam! Under the continuous barrage of attacks, at a certain moment, the boundless world of yellow sand shook violently. Crack! A certain place in the sky above the little world suddenly shattered. The power of the little world started to become chaotic, and an invisible storm was about to start. Not good. This little world is being affected by their battle and is about to shatter. A sacred lord on Tai Yunhua's side exclaimed. The clashes between Zhao Feng and Tai Lingyun are too concentrated, and most of them are concentrated in a certain area. They've damaged the structure of the little world. Logically speaking, this little world should be relatively stable and complete. Old Ing instantly analyzed the reason for this situation. They still want to keep fighting? Shi Yulei was slightly surprised. The little world was about to shatter. If this continued, both of their lives would be in danger. Boom! Hu, a surge of fire Dao aura suddenly charged toward where Zhao Feng and Tai Lingyun were fighting. A vast and turbulent glazed flame completely enveloped the two of them. After all, the Blood Devil Sun bloodline wasn't suitable for prolonged battles. Both of them were at the end of their rope, and their resistance against a sacred Lord-level Blood Devil Sun bloodline was very weak. Hu, Tai Lingyun's scarlet jade glass body was suppressed. Let's end this here. I'll give you my dragon jade. Tai Yunhua threw away his dragon jade, gave a deep look at Zhao Feng, and then led Tai Lingyun and the other two members toward the crack to the little world in the sky. Elder Yunhua, can you see how much true yuan Zhao Feng has left? Tai Lingyun was slightly unwilling to give up. This battle was even more difficult than he had imagined. Zhao Feng's strength in every aspect far surpassed his imagination. He could also tell that the key to victory was his scarlet jade glass body and Zhao Feng's true yuan. I can't tell, but you've used all your strength while he's still holding back. Tai Yunhua shook his head. He could feel that Zhao Feng was wary of him when he was heading toward the battlefield, but he was still extremely calm. It was as if Zhao Feng was confident that he would be able to block him if he attacked. Tai Lingyun was unhappy when he heard what Elder Yunhua said. He wanted to retort, but he was interrupted. He also has eye bloodline techniques. Elder Yunhua's voice faintly entered Tai Lingyun's mind. Following that, Tai Lingyun's gaze grew calm. He was having so much fun that he forgot that Zhao Feng had an eye bloodline that wasn't any weaker than the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline. However, your bloodline has awakened again after this battle. Tai Yunhua led the team and disappeared from the small world. Go! Zhao Feng shouted in a low voice. He took a piece of warm and lustrous dragon jade and rushed out from another crack. At the same time, Old Ing and company also left through the entrance. When they reappeared in the shrouding sky forest, the Iron Meteoric Fire Squad was nowhere to be seen. Ninth Prince. Zhao Feng directly handed over the jade pendant. Brother Zhao. The Ninth Prince's hands trembled. Although he had received dragon jades from many members since he entered this place until now, he still had many dragon jades. However, this was the first time he felt that the dragon jade was so heavy. Let's take a rest here first. Old Ing looked at Zhao Feng's current state and suggested. After all, Zhao Feng would be the main focus in the upcoming event. He would be searching for beasts and increasing the strength of the beast horde. If Zhao Feng was heavily injured and wasn't at his peak condition, how could they do this? At this moment, Zhao Feng had become a core member of the team, just below him. They couldn't allow anything to happen to him. That's a good idea. Let's gather together and discuss what we should do next. Shi Yulei agreed with this. Zhao Feng's strength gave him a sense of safety. He even felt that the ninth prince had the right to fight against the top 5 princes. The ninth prince's group was resting in the forest. Zhao Feng obviously understood what everyone was thinking, so he sat down without hesitation and ate some 100 origin fruit juice to recover from his injuries and recover a lot of energy. The Blood Devil Sun bloodline was an explosive bloodline, and it was easy to leave behind hidden injuries, especially if it was overused. Zhao Feng had gained a lot from the fight with Tai Lingyun. Not only did he learn how to control the Blood Devil Sun bloodline, but he also copied the Blood Demon Charge, a peerless secret technique that supported the Blood Devil Sun bloodline. At the same time, Zhao Feng felt that Tai Lingyun's bloodline had awakened due to his stimulation, and his strength would increase by leaps and bounds. Chapter 959. The Crown Prince trial is about to enter the second stage. Old Ying's tone was solemn. Old Ying, do you have any plans? Shi Yulei's eyes became dim. The Crown Prince trial was a way to train the Crown Prince. It was also a game in the hands of the Imperials and the Grand Imperial Hall. This game started from the Crown Prince trial, and it had developed to this day and was gradually perfected. The game could be split into 4 parts: the fate-gathering competition, taking over cities, the battle between the princes, and the battle for the Grand Seal. Of course, if there weren't enough participants, the game wouldn't be able to continue, which was why the princes were asked to recruit people. To be precise, the recruitment before the game started could also be considered as a part of it. When everyone first entered the Divine Illusion dimension, they were attacking inheritances and stealing providence. This was the fate-gathering competition. Before, we could only take advantage of the chaos and wait for an opportunity in the procedure of attacking the city. But right now, I've got a new strategy. Joy flashed through Old Ying's eyes as he looked at Zhao Feng. It was Zhao Feng's beast-taming skills and mastery of the soul that gave Old Ying some confidence. The ninth prince, Zhou Su, and company all knew a little about Old Ying's plan. Shi Yulei and Su Qingling followed Old Ying's gaze and looked at Zhao Feng. Could Zhao Feng's beast-taming skills surpass some Grandmaster beast-tamers? It wasn't hard for Shi Yulei to think about it, and he was stunned. He originally thought that Zhao Feng was relying on his relationship with Duke Nanfeng to use the Cloud Silkworm Saint Butterfly to take over the position of Grandmaster Beast Tamer. He didn't expect Zhao Feng to have beast-taming skills that weren't any weaker than Grandmaster Beast Tamers. That's right. Zhou Su nodded her head. Zhao Feng's beast-taming skills were the best. Therefore, all we need to do now is to help Zhao Feng obtain more beasts and beast hordes. That way, we'll be able to gain an advantage in taking over cities. Olding said, taking over cities was the time to show off the strength of a team. Beast tamers and doctors were extremely useful. When the two worked together, they could unleash extreme battle power. Su Qingling looked at Zhao Feng in a daze. In the beginning, the youth who was ignored and hated by everyone had become the main character of this game after dozens of days. As she conversed with the crowd, she learned that Zhao Feng's mastery of the soul was extraordinary. Next, we're going to look for power-type demonic beasts. The ninth prince was overjoyed. Recruiting Zhao Feng seemed to be the most successful decision he had made in this trial. Apart from Zhao Feng, the other 7 were discussing and expressing their opinions. While Zhao Feng was recovering from his injuries and cultivating, he was still able to hear everyone's conversation clearly. Game? Attack the city and plunder the land? This place is definitely not ordinary. If there was a side attacking a city, then there would be a side defending the city. There must be something special about this so-called city that could attract so many people to fight over it. Even those princes who had no intention of competing for the position of crown prince would join in. Rely on my beast-taming skills? That's perfect. Zhao Feng was excited. His 10,000 divine thoughts technique had reached the level of creating 8,000 thoughts with one thought. However, it was far from enough for him to control every single one of them as he pleased with just 8,000 of them. Furthermore, the 10,000 divine thoughts technique wasn't complete, and it could only allow Zhao Feng to create 9,000 thoughts with one thought. The Duanmu family might not even have the complete 10,000 divine thoughts technique. Even if the Duanmu family had the complete 10,000 divine thoughts technique, Zhao Feng wouldn't be able to obtain it with the current situation. Therefore, Zhao Feng could only rely on himself to cultivate the 10,000 divine thoughts technique. Controlling a large number of demonic beasts was the best time to train Zhao Feng in the 10,000 divine thoughts technique. Zhao Feng believed that it wouldn't be hard for him to create the complete 10,000 divine thoughts technique once he cultivated it to a certain level. Half a day later, Zhao Feng opened his eyes. The serious injuries on his body were fine, and he could slowly recover with the help of the water, wood of wind lightning, and sacred lightning body. We can move now. Zhao Feng let out a breath. The other 7 people who were discussing and planning their next move paused and looked at Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng, you recovered so quickly? Zhou Su ran over. In the beginning she had come to heal Zhao Feng, but Zhao Feng had rejected her. Everyone thought that they would have to sit here for a few days. However, only half a day had passed, and Zhao Feng had finished his treatment. Indeed, it's about time. Zhou Su inspected Zhao Feng and found that there were no serious injuries on Zhao Feng's body. Zhou Su even thought that Zhao Feng couldn't be a grandmaster of the Tao of medicine, right? If that was really the case, she felt that the 9th prince and Zhao Feng could form a team in the Crown Prince trial. The cultivation technique that I cultivate is special, and it has the ability to heal. Zhao Feng explained. Okay, let's move out quickly. Old Ying immediately stood up. The earlier they acted, the more prepared they would be. They had already discussed the plan just now. Their target was the overlord of the forest, the sky-shaking golden ape. The sky-shaking golden apes didn't just have terrifying strength, their defense was also top-tier. They also had a certain amount of agility, and they were much more practical than Yao spirits like the mountain giant. Shi Yulei and Su Qingling looked at Zhao Feng. Even the Grandmaster Beast Tamers of the Lord Dynasty couldn't complete the sky-shaking golden apes. The sky-shaking golden apes weren't beasts that lived in groups, but they had the ability to fight in groups. They had a violent personality, and their souls were tough and unyielding. Normal beast tamers wouldn't even be able to get close to the sky-shaking golden apes if they didn't have a strong combatant suppressing them. Even now, they didn't believe that Zhao Feng had the ability to do so. However, Old Ying was the one who set this target. They believed that Old Ying wouldn't be wrong about Zhao Feng's beast-taming abilities. The sky-shaking golden apes are gathered in the depths of this forest. The group of 8 then headed into the depths of the forest. On the way, there were many ferocious beasts hiding in the darkness. Even though the beasts in the imperial tombs were ferocious, they wouldn't recklessly attack the 8 of them. Adding on Old Ying's perception technique, they tried their best to avoid some beast hordes. The light in the center of the forest was dim, and each tree was so big that dozens of people could wrap their arms around it. Boom! Boom! Hua hui go! These emperor-level sky-shaking golden apes are way too strong. An elder in gray robes said urgently. After saying that, a quasi-sacred lord expert charged forward with limitless golden physical force. In front of him was a giant ape with shiny golden fur and golden red eyes. It radiated a ferocious aura that shook the area. Even quasi-sacred lord body-strengthening experts like Hua Hui didn't dare to fight it head-on. He mainly relied on his physical defense to attract its attention so that the other members of the group could attack it. The 2 emperors unleashed powerful attacks of ice and fire that landed on the back of the sky-shaking golden ape. On the other side, a grim-looking old female standing on a tree released several dark arrows from her soul that shot toward the sky-shaking golden ape's head. Several emperors in the back used long-range attacks to disrupt the sky-shaking golden ape. The sky-shaking golden ape roared in anger as its golden fur stood on end, and its aura instantly increased. It swung its fists that were as big as small mountains and caused the air to explode. Boom! A thick tree was directly smashed apart and sent flying. If Brother Zhu obtains such a powerful beast, it will be a great help to us. The eyes of a golden-robed male on a tree in the distance sparkled. Hee, Your Highness, after I tame this sky-shaking golden ape, I can use it to tame other sky-shaking golden apes and expand the beast horde. Next to the 11th prince, Zhu Long was also extremely excited. Such a powerful beast could only be tamed by relying on a large number of battle-type members. This was the first time he had seen an emperor-level beast with such power. If he could tame it, he would be able to show off to the other Grandmaster Beast Tamers when he returned to the continent zone. Then, Brother Zhu, hurry up and do it. The 11th prince was slightly impatient. Your Highness, we can't rush this. Tell them to work harder. Zhu Long's gaze froze. To tame such a powerful demonic beast, if one didn't exhaust it, it was practically impossible to tame it. It wouldn't be good if he lost his life if he went ahead. There's someone there. Who is it? Zhu Long suddenly sensed something and looked towards the darkness behind him. Several figures appeared in front of the 11th prince. Brother 9th prince. The 11th prince let out a breath. The strength of the princes ranked at the bottom wasn't much different. Furthermore, the 9th prince's team didn't have as many people. It was only because of his talent and character that the intelligence organization ranked him 7th. However, the 3 martial monarchs on the 11th prince's side who were in the middle of a battle instantly cried out. It's him. It's Zhao Feng. The other people on the 11th prince's team instinctively looked at Zhao Feng. Among them, Zhu Long's eyes were filled with interest. At the same time, the 9th prince's team also looked at Zhao Feng. They didn't know what he had done with Zhou Su. Zhao Feng, these are the 3 people you robbed back then. Zhou Su reminded when she saw that Zhao Feng didn't remember them at all. When he teamed up with Zhao Feng, they robbed 2 groups. The first was the 6th prince's group, and the second was the 11th prince's group. May I ask why Brother 9th prince is here? The 11th prince's expression didn't change. The 3 of them had said this many times already. From their point of view, there was only one possibility. Zhao Feng had a treasure that could adapt to space. Otherwise, unless he was a sacred lord, he wouldn't be as terrifying as the 3 said. We're also here to tame the sky-shaking golden apes. I didn't expect Brother 11th to be here as well. The 9th prince spoke the truth. However, the expressions of the members of the 11th prince's team changed. From their point of view, the 9th prince's words were filled with provocation. It was obvious that he wanted to fight them. Zhu Long, the beast tamer next to the 11th prince, immediately sent a message to the 11th prince. A smile appeared on the 11th prince's face. Since Brother 9th prince is also here to tame the sky-shaking golden ape, we can team up and subdue this sky-shaking golden ape before deciding who it belongs to. Chapter 960. A smile formed on the 11th prince's face. Since Brother 9th prince is also here to tame the sky-shaking golden ape, we can team up and subdue this sky-shaking golden ape before deciding who it belongs to. Will there be a problem, Zhu Long? The 11th prince messaged his subordinates after seeing that the 9th prince didn't agree immediately. Don't worry, Your Highness. They won't reject us. The sky-shaking golden ape is a beast that stands at the peak of emperors. It has strong battle power and strong willpower. It will take a long time for a single team to subdue it. Zhu Long's eyes looked at Zhao Feng. According to what he knew, Zhao Feng hadn't passed the Grandmaster Beast Tamer exam. He only relied on the borrowed cloud silkworm Saint Butterfly to become a beast tamer on the 9th prince's team. Therefore, after taking care of this sky-shaking golden ape, he would suggest using his beast taming skills to take control of the sky-shaking golden ape. He wouldn't make the same mistake as Grandmaster Beast Tamer Liang Sang and challenge Zhao Feng to a spiritual pet duel. 11th brother, we're taking this sky-shaking golden ape. The 9th prince's voice suddenly sounded. What? Zhu Long paused. He didn't expect the 9th prince's team to reject him. No matter how he looked at it, the 9th prince's team was weak. Their true battle power was only Old Ing and Shiyue. Why would they reject him? Furthermore, their words were so arrogant. 9th brother, we're all princes that aren't fated to become the crown prince, so there's no need to fight with each other. Why don't we team up against the 7th prince or the 8th prince? We might even be able to obtain some benefits in the Heaven's Legacy City. The 11th prince's expression was green. The 9th prince was acting strangely today and acting so domineering. 11th prince, I'll give you 2 choices. One is to leave, and the other is to leave behind your draconic providence. Old Ing stood up and said decisively. Hearing this, the members of the 9th prince's team felt very happy. 9th brother royal, you're too confident. Although his overall strength was ranked 9th, the strength of his team wasn't any weaker than the 9th prince's. At the same time, the members of the 11th prince's team felt that something was wrong and led the sky-shaking golden ape toward the 9th prince. So much nonsense! Shirulei let out an angry roar and rushed out first. His body flashed with a dark yellow light and his body suddenly grew taller. His entire body petrified and parts of his body turned into metal. An invisible physical pressure rose into the sky. Old Ying, Zhao Feng and the other members of the team followed closely behind. The members of the 9th prince's team took action. If he was afraid of the 11th prince, then what would he do when facing the 8th prince, the 7th prince, or even the 4th prince? The 11th prince was startled and didn't know what to do. The 9th prince's team was acting very strangely. They actually attacked first. 11th prince, don't be in such a rush. Let them experience the beast horde in the imperial tombs. Zhu Long was furious and slapped his spirit pet pouch. Suddenly, the aura of a berserk beast horde appeared in the lush forest. Almost 100 purple-striped black panthers surrounded Zhu Long and the 11th prince. There's actually a beast horde. Zhao Feng glanced at the purple-striped Black Panther King. It wasn't hard to see that Zhu Long controlled the entire beast horde by taming the purple-striped Black Panther King. A faint smile appeared on Zhao Feng's face as a purple and gold light flashed from his faint golden left eye, and a powerful eye bloodline power surged. In the next instant, something unexpected happened. A scarlet-red light flashed through the purple-striped Black Panther King's eyes, and its expression twisted in pain as it started to go crazy. What's going on? The purple-striped Black Panther King. Zhu Long's expression suddenly changed. The purple-striped Black Panther King's personality changed, and his connection with the purple-striped Black Panther King started to disappear. The purple-striped Black Panther King broke free from Zhu Long's control and turned into a dark purple blur. It gave off a sharp and fierce aura as it attacked Zhu Long, who was the closest to it. At the same time, the entire purple-striped Black Panther King also lost control. It was obvious that their connection with the purple-striped Black Panther King had disappeared. However, as the purple-striped Black Panther King attacked Zhu Long and company, all the other purple-striped Black Panther Kings started to attack as well. Master Zhu, what's going on? The 11th prince roared in fear. The two of them were in the center of the purple-striped Black Panther horde, and the purple-striped Black Panther horde that had lost control charged toward them. Facing the counterattack of the entire beast horde, the 11th prince and Zhu Long were filled with fear. The other members of the 11th prince's team instantly arrived next to the 11th prince. Hua Hui's golden fist contained boundless power that pushed the purple-striped Black Panther King back. The other members also released their powerful auras and blocked the incoming purple-striped Black Panther King. Your Highness, don't panic. I'll immediately control the purple-striped Black Panther King. Zhu Long's face went red, and he immediately used many methods to calm down and communicate with the purple-striped Black Panther King. Master Zhu Long, watch out! The elder in gray roared as he thrust out a palm that blocked the attacks of Old Ying and company. Shirulei, your opponent is me. Hua Hui charged toward Shirulei. While the 11th prince's team was in chaos, Hu, Wang, the scarlet wings of lightning spread behind Zhao Feng's back. Zhao Feng didn't bother with the 11th prince and the purple-striped Black Panther horde. He turned into a bolt of scarlet lightning and charged toward the sky-shaking golden apes. Golden lightning dominating body. A layer of golden blue lightning instantly covered Zhao Feng's body, and he was like a mountain of lightning as he smashed toward the sky-shaking golden apes. Wind lightning eye flame. A shocking surge of eye bloodline flames appeared in Zhao Feng's left eye. Golden purple light spun around it, and dark god tribulation lightning symbols appeared. Boom! A ball of transparent purple and gold lightning fire containing the destructive aura of god tribulation lightning exploded in the sky-shaking golden ape's head. The sky-shaking golden ape, which was already covered in injuries, started to howl after receiving 2 attacks from Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng's wind lightning eye flame contained a terrifying amount of god tribulation lightning, and it started to burn the sky-shaking golden ape's body and soul. Boom! Zhao Feng aimed at the sky-shaking golden ape's head and punched again. At the same time, the dark heart seal that Zhao Feng had already condensed in his left eye was imprinted into the depths of the sky-shaking golden ape's soul. The entire process was extremely fast, and it only took a few breaths. What's that brat doing? He's challenging the sky-shaking golden ape by himself. The 11th Prince's group sensed the situation between Zhao Feng and the sky-shaking golden ape while they were dealing with the purple-striped black leopards. His strength is so strong. How is this possible? Hua Hui's expression changed. He could feel the power of Zhao Feng's physical body from so far away. That brat's crazy. Zhu Long's heart jumped as he looked at Zhao Feng, who was fighting with the sky-shaking golden ape. In his heart, Zhao Feng was just a fake beast tamer. However, such battle power wasn't something that a measly king could do. However, from the sky-shaking golden ape's howls, he could tell how strong Zhao Feng's attacks were. Your Highness, don't panic. The purple-striped black leopard king's emotions are slowly calming down. When the purple-striped black leopard king's emotions became chaotic, Zhu Long used many beast-taming techniques to calm it down and slowly established a connection with it. The purple-striped black leopard king slowly calmed down. The pressure on the 11th Prince's group instantly decreased. You're courting death. Zhu Long regained control of the purple-striped black leopard king and puffed out his chest. He looked at Old Ing and company, who were fighting with the 11th Prince's group, and prepared to command the purple-striped black leopards. However, in the next instant, boom! A loud explosion sounded behind them, and a terrifying and fierce aura made the 11th Prince's group's backs go cold. The sky-shaking golden ape roared in anger and leapt toward the 11th Prince's group. Its large body was like a giant mountain as it crushed over. How is this possible? That brat actually tamed the sky-shaking golden ape? The 11th Prince's group was dazed. There was such a strong and violent beast tamer? How is this possible? That's a sky-shaking golden ape. Zhu Long's mind went blank as he stood there in a daze. In just a few breaths, while he was calming down the purple-striped black leopard king, Zhao Feng had successfully tamed the sky-shaking golden ape. The purple-striped black leopards that were controlled by Zhu Long howled and ran away when they saw the sky-shaking golden ape that was like a mountain. Boom! The sky-shaking golden ape landed in front of the 11th Prince's group, and wood of wind lightning surrounded its body. Zhao Feng stood proudly on the sky-shaking golden ape's head and looked down at everyone. Hand over all your draconic providence or leave the imperial tombs. Zhao Feng's tone was cold. The hearts of the 11th Prince's group shook, and no one resisted. The three emperors that Zhao Feng had robbed before trembled in fear. Zhao Feng. The 11th Prince was enraged, and a sparkling jade seal appeared in his hand. 11th Prince, wait. Zhu Long immediately stopped him. Your Highness, even if you use the draconic providence to increase your battle power, the 9th Prince can do the same. The 11th Prince gritted his teeth when he heard Zhu Long's words, but there was nothing he could do. Brother 9th Prince, you're very skilled. The 11th Prince threw out his pseudo-crown prince seal. The members of the 11th Prince's group also handed over their dragon jades. They didn't collect any draconic providence. At the center of the imperial tombs were 4 large metal cities that took up 4 sides. Within the metal cities, there were unique buildings made of metal, tall bell towers that pierced the sky, mysterious stargazing towers, and peaceful fountains. Large amounts of beasts gathered in front of the gates of each metal city. At this moment, in front of the gates of a metal city in the west, 2 groups of beasts fought intensely. Ice wolves, fierce tigers, giant bears, giant pythons. The battlefield was chaotic, and fierce auras shot into the sky. Damn it, the 8th Prince is the weakest of the 4 metal cities, but he's still so hard to deal with. This is too unfair. They can trade beasts from the Heaven's legacy cities. Several dozen people stood in front of the gates. 2 of them were beast tamers, and they gritted their teeth as they controlled large amounts of beasts to attack the metal cities. Not good, the people from the Yu family have come out. That's Yu Tianhao and Yu Lenghua. 2 figures appeared on the metal city walls. Unparalleled battle intent. Yu Tianhao and Yu Lenghua, the elder of the Yu family, suddenly emitted a terrifying battle intent. Behind the two of them, a faint cold shadow appeared. The invisible will energy caused the air to distort. Boom! The beasts on the metal city's side instantly started to roar. Their eyes were filled with excitement as they released their beastly auras. This is a secret technique of the Yu family. It's also effective against beasts. Tell the beasts to retreat. Chapter 961. Fifth brother, it looks like just the two of us aren't enough. A handsome young prince sighed. 12th brother, you're right. Let's retreat and wait for second brother to arrive. The fifth prince's expression became ugly, and his eyes became cold. If he teamed up with the 12th prince, they would be able to take down this heaven's legacy city. The 12th prince was ranked 10th out of the 10 princes. He was young and immature, and he didn't have anyone by his side to help him. Such a partner would only be used by the 5th prince to obtain the most benefits. Unfortunately, the two of them couldn't even get close to the 8th prince's city gates. The beasts in front of the other 3 heaven's legacy cities were enough to make them fearful and lose their will to fight. However, the 8th prince had people from the Yu family, and the Yu family's battle-intense secret technique boosted the strength of the beasts in the imperial tombs. If it weren't for the 8th prince using his resources to trade for a large number of beasts in the heaven's legacy city, the 12th prince was angry, but there was nothing he could do. The party attacking the city could join forces with everyone. The side defending the city also had their advantages. For example, the 8th prince could trade for a large number of rare beasts through the spiritual pet garden in the heaven's legacy city. If the price was high enough, it wasn't impossible for him to trade for a legendary ancient beast. Furthermore, the 8th prince was able to trade for a high-ranked defensive array from the array tower. As long as an array master controlled it, it would be extremely effective. This was also why the other princes wanted to take over the Heaven's Legacy City even if they didn't want to fight for the position of Crown Prince. The 4 Heaven's Legacy cities in the center of the Imperial tombs belonged to the Heaven's Legacy civilization. As long as one could pay the price, they could even transplant a legendary 10,000 ancient races bloodline. The 4 Heaven's Legacy cities were taken over by the 4th, 7th, 8th, and 13th princes. The 8th prince was ranked 4th, and he was the weakest of the 4 princes. They have limited resources. They can't trade for beasts from the spiritual pet garden endlessly. The 5th prince snickered coldly. All the experts that entered the Heaven's Legacy City would use most of their resources to obtain benefits, such as opportunities to break through or weapons. Many quasi-sacred lords participated in the Crown Prince trial in order to enter the Heaven's Legacy City and exchange for pills that could help them break through to the mystic light realm. Yu Tianhao's pitch-black eyes ignored the 5th prince and the 12th prince as he looked into the distance. Zhao Feng is not here yet. Humph, I also want to see what this Zhao Feng is capable of. Yu Linghua knew a little about Yu Tianhao and Zhao Feng. Furthermore, Zhao Feng had forced Ji Bai, who was following Sacred Lord 100 Refined, to use the array within his dragon jade to leave. Zhao Feng, Sacred Lord 100 Refined, was also behind the city wall, and his expression changed when he heard their conversation. He had just arrived at Tianji City and had yet to tell his team members about Zhao Feng's bloodline. In addition, he thought that the Yu family already knew about this matter. Sacred Lord 100 Refined, you underestimated your opponent too much. You were tricked by a king? Yu Linghua joked. When Ji Bai returned to the 8th prince's side, he told everyone what had happened. You should all know that Zhao Feng has the Blood Devil Sun bloodline, right? Sacred Lord 100 Refined's face went red. Of course I know that. Yu Linghua's eyes were cold. The Tai family and the Yu family guarded the non-humans in the northwest together, and there was constant friction between the two families. Something seemed to have happened between Zhao Feng and the Tai family before the fight for the spots. However, even if Zhao Feng had the Blood Devil Sun bloodline, it wasn't an excuse for Sacred Lord 100 Refined to be defeated by Zhao Feng. That isn't a normal Blood Devil Sun bloodline. Sacred Lord 100 Refined's tone became grim. Yu Linghua and Yu Tianhao instantly started to think. Surprise suddenly appeared on Yu Linghua's face, and Yu Tianhao released a surge of battle intent. Could it be the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline? Yu Linghua seemed to think of something and lost his composure. As expected of Zhao Feng, excitement appeared in Yu Tianhao's eyes, and the bloodline within his body started to tremble. He didn't expect Zhao Feng to accidentally obtain the perfect bloodline of the Tai family. The Tai family and the Yu family were enemies. Dr. Li, hurry and heal the beasts. Sacred Lord 100 Refined didn't reply to Yu Linghua. He was more concerned about the situation now. The 5th prince and the 12th prince working together had exhausted a lot of their energy. Although the Yu family had a secret technique that could increase the battle power of the beasts would be even more tired after the battle and would need to rest. If the 9th prince's group that Zhao Feng was in came here, they might attack the Heaven's Legacy city that the 8th prince had taken over. At that time, things would be bad. That is? The 2nd prince is here. Sacred Lord 100 Refined looked into the distance with surprise. The 8th prince and the other members in the buildings around the city instantly received Sacred Lord 100 Refined's message. On the other side of the city, the 5th prince and the 12th prince were overjoyed. Brother 2nd prince, you're finally here. The 5th prince immediately went forward. Brother 2nd prince, your members. The 12th prince looked at the 2nd prince's group. There were only 9 of them. The 2nd prince's expression became grim, but he didn't say anything. The goateed elder had an awkward expression. The 2 missing members were the ones that had followed him and died in the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. I understand what you mean. It's not impossible for the 3 of us to work together. The 2nd prince had a calm expression. Brother 2nd prince, what other requests do you have? Let's hear them. The expressions of the 5th prince and the 12th prince became grim. The 2nd prince was ranked 5th overall, and his battle power couldn't be ignored. He was an important factor that could affect the outcome of the battle. Therefore, the 2nd prince had the right to make requests. As long as they didn't take away too much of their benefits, they could accept it. Once we team up, I hope that you can promise not to attack each other until the Crown Prince trial ends. The 2nd prince's request made the other 2 princes pause. The 12th prince was fine, and he immediately agreed with a smile. Of course. The 5th prince lowered his gaze. The 12th prince was ranked 10th out of the 10 princes. How could he betray them just before the battle? The 2nd prince's words were obviously directed at him. We'll team up and take turns to enter the Heaven's Legacy city. The 2nd prince said how the Heaven's Legacy city would be divided. The 5th prince could only agree in the end. At least this way, they would have a chance to enter the Heaven's Legacy city. We'll start attacking when your beast's injuries are almost healed. The 2nd prince looked at the beasts around him and the 2 busy doctors. Half a day later, the 2nd prince, the 5th prince, and the 12th prince teamed up and attacked the Heaven's Legacy city where the 8th prince was. The 3 beast tamers controlled nearly 1,000 ferocious demonic beasts and charged towards the steel city wall. Half of the beasts were the original beasts from the imperial tombs, and they were ferocious and violent. The battle became one-sided. The beasts on the 8th prince's side were at a disadvantage, and they soon retreated to the edge of the defensive array. Go! The 2nd prince roared. Immediately, the main combat members of the 3 teams rushed out. At this moment, the 8th prince's team had all arrived on the city walls. There was a total of 11 of them. Only defend and not attack. The 8th prince's eyes were deep and calm. Although the attacking side had as many as 30 people, and the number of demonic beasts far exceeded theirs. However, with 2 sacred lords and the defensive array on the city walls, the 8th prince still had the advantage. Go, Yu Linghua. Sacred Lord 100 Refined stepped forward. Let me see Sacred Lord 100 Refined's 100 battle techniques. Yu Linghua floated out, a surging battle intent roaring from his body. At the same time, in the center of the forest. Boom! The 2 sky-shattering golden apes clashed with one another in an intense battle. The other members of the 9th prince's team were all cultivating on the side. Everyone had gained a lot after entering the imperial tombs. For example, Shi Yulei needed time to master a complete inheritance, including inheritance saint artifacts and secret arts. Zhao Feng knew that it was time for the beast tamers to put on a show. Therefore, he searched through his memories for knowledge and techniques regarding beast tamers, and began to train the demonic beasts in his pocket dimension. Beast tamers were weak in their own right, but through controlling the demonic beasts, they were able to display extraordinary fighting prowess. It wouldn't be a problem to trap a few martial monarchs with a horde of monarch beasts. If you can only enslave the leader of the beast horde, you won't be able to control the beast horde precisely. Zhao Feng realized this through practice. Even if he sent an order to the leader of the beasts, it would take a while for the other beasts in the horde to react. Therefore, Zhao Feng tried to merge his thoughts into the bodies of each beast using the 10,000 divine thoughts technique. He started with 100 beasts, 200, 300, 500. 500 demonic beasts is my limit. Zhao Feng was slightly tired. He could only control 500 beasts at most. These 500 beasts were like Zhao Feng's limbs. They could move freely, attack, and defend. If a beast tamer knew how to use tactics, 500 king-level beasts would be able to trap at least 10 emperors. Furthermore, the beasts that Zhao Feng had were all primitive beasts from the imperial tombs, so their battle power was even stronger. Boom! The battle between the two sky-shattering golden apes finally ended. It was obviously Zhao Feng's sky-shattering golden ape that won. Zhao Feng immediately jumped out and put the other sky-shattering golden ape into the misty spatial world. At the same time, he imprinted the Dark Heart seal on it. I'm still missing 2 sky-shattering golden apes. I'll be back soon. Zhao Feng glanced at the 9th prince's team. Shi Yulei, Su Qingling, and the 9th prince had all entered a deep state of comprehension and couldn't be disturbed. That's a good idea. Old Ying believed in Zhao Feng's strength. Furthermore, Zhao Feng's beast horde had reached a terrifying level. Furthermore, the 9th prince and company had entered a deep state of cultivation and needed someone to protect them. Zhao Feng scanned the area with his left eye and instantly understood the situation. He avoided the beast horde and flew toward a lone sky-shattering golden ape. Why are you following me? Zhao Feng's eyebrows furrowed as he looked at Zhou Su. Zhao Feng, I'm asking you, when are you going to kill? However, before Zhou Su could say anything, Zhao Feng covered her mouth. What are you doing? Zhou Su's face instantly went red. She broke free from Zhao Feng's hand and yelled in embarrassment and anger. She had never been touched by someone of the opposite sex before. Was this Zhao Feng trying to take advantage of her? Chapter 962. Although Zhao Feng didn't know much about the Crown Prince trial, the princes could use the pseudo-Crown Prince seal to contact the Grand Imperial Hall and leave with everyone else. This meant that the Grand Imperial Hall had a lot of control over this dimension. Zhao Feng could also feel that the pseudo-Crown Prince seal in the 9th prince's hand contained many array intents, and it definitely had other uses as well. Everything we do here might be under the Imperial's control, Zhao Feng said with his spiritual sense. Hearing this, Zhou Su covered her mouth and looked at Zhao Feng with embarrassment. If what Zhao Feng said was true, then Zhao Feng might have been killed by what she just said. That was the crime of murdering a prince. She couldn't even say it. The entire Great Gon Lord dynasty, the 18 provinces, and the vast Song Ocean were all ruled by the Imperials. On top of that, the 13th prince was the Sacred Emperor's favorite prince. Go back. There's no chance for you to rest now. Zhou Su would be able to come in handy in the upcoming siege. Zhao Feng didn't blame Zhou Su. He didn't expect the Crown Prince trial to be a game like this. It was almost impossible to kill the 13th prince here. Zhou Su wasn't interested in the Crown Prince trial itself. Just like Zhao Feng, she didn't know anything about the Crown Prince trial. However, their actions just now caused the Great Gon Imperial Palace to be shocked. The two of them were at the edge of the 9th prince's field of vision, and their actions were shown on the screen outside. What's the relationship between Princess Su and Zhao Feng? Zhao Feng has hooked up with an imperial princess. Why does Princess Su like Zhao Feng? Many experts in the outside world were shocked. One had to know that even though Zhou Su left the imperial palace, she was still a princess of the Great Gon Lord dynasty. There were many people who secretly admired her. Great. I didn't expect that brat Zhao Feng to fall in love with someone else. The 13th prince's uncle and some of the imperial uncles who supported the 13th prince were overjoyed. In this way, they wouldn't have to scheme to get rid of Zhao Feng. As long as Zhao Yufei knew about this, she would definitely sever all ties with Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng, good job. Old Monster Su was filled with admiration in the 9th prince's hall. Zhao Feng? This is impossible. Duanmu Qing shook his head. This action could not prove anything. Although the actions of Zhao Feng and Zhou Su shocked many experts in the outside world, they soon calmed down. Everyone was more concerned about Zhao Feng's strength. The battle between Zhao Feng and Tai Lingyun in the inheritance space was seen by everyone in the outside world. The appearance of the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline was not inferior to the appearance of the unparalleled heaven battling bloodline. Of the 8 great families, the strongest bloodlines of the 2 great families had appeared at the same time. Did this foretell something? The strength that Zhao Feng displayed also made the expressions of many forces, such as 9 Darkness Palace, the Tai family, the Yu family, and the forces within the 8th Prince's Hall. Apart from the battle, many people were paying attention to the 9th Prince's side. After all, everyone in the outside world had seen the 9th Prince's team taming beasts. They believed that the appearance of the 9th Prince's team would make the battle even more interesting. However, more Grandmaster Beast Tamers thought that Zhao Feng was only taming the leaders of the beasts, and that his control over the entire beast horde was extremely low. It wasn't enough for him to fight against the older Grandmaster Beast Tamers. At this moment in time, the beasts and members of the 2 sides clashed in front of the 8th Prince's city. The 8th Prince could rely on the defensive array to temporarily defend his camp. On the other hand, Sacred Lord 100 Refined and Yu Lenghua were able to stall a Sacred Lord and several dozen quasi-Sacred Lords. Sacred Lord Lightning Tooth was also one of the strongest early-stage Mystic Light realms, but he wasn't Yu Lenghua's match. Damn it, come out and fight if you dare. A quasi-Sacred Lord from the 5th Prince's team cursed. The members of the 8th Prince's team stayed at the edge of the defensive array and used it to reduce the enemy's attacks. They would occasionally take care of the beasts below and reduce the pressure on Jibai. However, they couldn't just charge in. They had to break through the defensive array first. Jibai, hold on. All you need to do is defend. The 8th Prince looked at Jibai, who was sweating profusely, and felt slightly worried. After all, there were 3 beast tamers on the other side. Even if Jibai had the purple star eyes and had some fortuitous encounters in the Heaven's Legacy City that increased his beast-taming abilities, he still wouldn't be able to gain the upper hand. Someone come. Yu Tianhao's battle power isn't any weaker than a normal Sacred Lord. The 2 quasi-Sacred Lords fighting with Yu Tianhao became more and more shocked. Yu Tianhao was only an emperor and hadn't fully activated his unparalleled heaven-battling bloodline, but he was suppressing them. What a unique little world. The hearts of the 2 emperors shook when they saw Luo Zun's little world of ice and fire. The power of a little world was greatly restricted in the imperial tombs, so the experts that entered rarely used the power of a little world. Come! Luo Zun's battle intent soared into the sky. He had just finished forming his little world of ice and fire before entering the imperial tombs. Therefore, he started to refine his little world the moment he entered the imperial tombs. This was why his little world of ice and fire was more suited to this dimension. Brother 2nd Prince, this isn't good. The 5th Prince's eyebrows furrowed as he looked at the battle. On the surface, it seemed like their side had the advantage, but that wasn't the reality. The strength of the 8th Prince's team has increased after entering the Heaven's Legacy City. The 2nd Prince's eyes twinkled as he looked at the experts fighting in the sky. Whether it was in terms of strength or potential, the members of the 8th Prince's team far surpassed theirs. Why don't we go as well? The 12th Prince had an anxious expression as he clenched his fists. The princes could rely on Draconic Providence to increase their battle power, so the situation might be different if the 3 princes were to fight. Wait! The 2nd Prince stood with his hands behind his back. There was still some time until the end of the siege. They couldn't waste their Draconic Providence so easily. Half a day later, the 3 princes retreated. The 8th prince's side defended the city walls to the death, and there was nothing the 3 princes could do. The 3 princes and the other members gathered behind a giant boulder and started to discuss what to do. The most important thing is the defensive array on the city walls. The 8th prince's defensive array came from the array tower in the Heaven's Legacy City, and it's too high grade. We only have one array master, and we can't break through the array. Everyone found the crux of the battle as they discussed. At this moment, 4 figures quickly flew over. A fiery aura descended upon the Heaven's Legacy cities and entered the Eastern Heaven's Legacy City. That's the 4th prince's group. It's the group led by Sacred Lord Tai Yunhua. Everyone sighed after the surprise passed. There were only 2 groups guarding the Heaven's Legacy City that the 4th prince had taken over, but no one dared to attack. A while later, the group of the 3 princes came up with a plan. They needed to use strength-type beasts to wear down the defensive array. Only then would the array master in the group have the confidence to break through the array. Therefore, the 3 princes sent out some fighters and beast tamers to tame strength-type beasts where the beasts gathered. 2 days later, a group of people arrived at the Heaven's Legacy cities, but it wasn't the group sent by the 3 princes. 4 Heaven's Legacy cities. Shi Yulei was extremely excited. From the looks of it, only the 8th prince's side has fought so far. Old Ing looked down and took control of the situation. The Heaven's Legacy civilization. Su Qingling's cold expression changed slightly. It really is a Heaven's Legacy city. Joy flashed through Zhao Feng's eyes. He remembered back in the 18 Corners pirate sacred land, Zhao Feng was lucky enough to enter the Heaven's Legacy city hidden at the bottom of the ocean. At that time, Zhao Feng had used up all his wealth, but he still wasn't satisfied. He didn't expect to see a Heaven's Legacy city again today. Zhao Feng couldn't help but give a faint smile. With the resources he had now, he could probably spend a lot of money there. 9th Prince. The 2nd Prince looked at the 9th Prince and started to think. Brother 2nd Prince, the 3 of us are enough to take down this Heaven's Legacy city. The 5th Prince immediately said. He knew that the 2nd Prince was thinking about whether or not he should team up with the 9th Prince. Zhao Feng, Shui Yuan and 3 other members of the 5th Prince's team exclaimed. At the same time, an elder in white and 3 other members of the 12th Prince's team also called out Zhao Feng's name in anger. Zhao Feng, Old Ing and Jing Kai aren't dead? The goateed elder and another member of the 2nd Prince's team felt that this was unbelievable. Almost all the teams that had entered the Black Wind Canyon had lost several members. They didn't expect that everyone in Zhao Feng's team had survived. What is it, Shui Yuan? The 5th Prince asked curiously. Your Highness, when we were attacking the Imperial Sky Inheritance, we were chased out by Sacred Lord 100 Refined, and we met Zhao Feng. He extorted a piece of dragon jade from us. Shui Yuan's face went red and was slightly embarrassed. Hearing this, some of the members of the 5th Prince's team who didn't know what was going on were enraged. In the other Heaven's Legacy cities, several divine senses instantly scanned out. Zhao Feng. Yu Tianhao flew onto the city wall, and battle intent surged in his eyes. Yu Tianhao, come back. Yu Linhua's voice sounded in Yu Tianhao's mind. Yu Tianhao hesitated for a while before stopping on the city wall. He knew that the 8th Prince's situation wasn't very good, and he couldn't leave this Heaven's Legacy city. If the 9th Prince's team also attacks this place, leave Zhao Feng to me. Yu Tianhao suddenly said. The 8th Prince and his team paused. Why did they feel that Yu Tianhao really wanted the 9th Prince to attack them? The 9th Prince's team slowly descended from the sky. Old Ing, who should we attack? Shi Yulei asked as he looked at the 8th Prince's team. From the current situation, the 8th Prince was in a dangerous situation against the combined forces of 3 princes. The other 3 Heaven's Legacy cities didn't even have any signs of fighting. It was obvious that their strength was still intact. Shinjizi, Zhao Feng, what do you think? Old Ing asked after thinking for a while. Shinjizi closed his eyes and calculated, and Zhao Feng also started to think. 7th Prince. Zhao Feng and Shinjizi spoke at the same time. Chapter 963. Zhao Feng paused for a moment as he looked at Shinjizi. The reason why he said that they should attack the seventh prince was mainly because the eighth prince and many other members of his team knew Zhao Feng. Although they weren't friends, they weren't enemies either. Another reason was that Jiang Hao's team had lost 2 members in the underground of Black Wind Valley. Among them, the crucial array master, Wu Yu, had died as well. Jiang Hao's team was the 7th prince's team, so the 7th prince's overall battle power wasn't as strong as the 8th prince's. All in all, Zhao Feng chose to attack the 7th prince because of his personal feelings. But why did Shinjizi say the same thing? The other members of the 9th prince's team also looked at Zhao Feng and Shinjizi in surprise. Why is that? Shi Yulei asked. He was curious as to why Zhao Feng and Shinjizi said the same thing. If they were talking about attacking the 8th prince, it would make more sense. If my guesses are correct, the 8th prince's overall strength is slightly stronger than the 7th prince's. After we successfully take over the Heaven's Legacy City, we need to defend against a counterattack. Old Ying's eyes spun and immediately said. He was originally planning to take over the Heaven's Legacy City where the 8th prince was. However, there had to be a reason why both Zhao Feng and Shinjizi thought that they should attack the 7th prince. Furthermore, Shinjizi was a fortune teller, so he might have divined something important. Therefore, as the brain of the team, he had to come up with a reason to convince the other members so that the team wouldn't split. That's indeed the case. Su Qingling nodded her head lightly. The 3 people with the most influence in the team agreed to attack the 7th prince. Everyone would slowly change their minds and believe them. Behind the giant boulder, the team of the 3 princes, they're heading toward the Heaven's Legacy City in the west? One of the great monarchs exclaimed. What? They're going to attack the 7th prince? How is that possible? How can the 9th prince, who's ranked 7th, be the 7th prince's match? The 7th prince's overall strength is ranked 3rd. They're courting death. In the gathering place of the 3 princes, many experts were shocked and mocked. Maybe it's because the 9th prince saw us 3 princes working together. Even if they came to attack the 8th prince, they wouldn't be able to gain anything. Hee, that's natural. With the 3 of us joining forces, it's enough to take down the 8th prince. Soon, everyone thought of this point. At least they know what's good for them. The 5th prince sneered. With the 2nd prince's steadiness, it was very likely that he would let the 9th prince join in. Currently, the 3 princes were working together to split the benefits of the Heaven's Legacy City into 3. Naturally, the 5th prince was not willing to let the 9th prince join in. On the steel city wall where the 8th prince was, the members of the 8th prince's team looked at the 9th prince and company in confusion as they flew toward the Heaven's Legacy City in the west. Why did they? He originally thought that the 9th prince would join the 2nd prince's side and attack them. In this way, no matter how strong his team was, they would not be able to defend this Tianji city. Sacred Lord 100 Refined and the 2 geniuses of the Ji family also didn't understand. Zhao Feng. Disappointment appeared on Yu Tianhao's face as he looked at the people behind him and said in a serious tone, "It should be because all of you lost to Zhao Feng before, so Zhao Feng thinks that attacking this Heaven's Legacy City is meaningless." Hearing this, the expressions of the 8th prince, Luo Zun, Sacred Lord 100 Refined, and the geniuses of the Ji family froze, and their mouths twitched. However, they couldn't retort because this was the truth. Zhao Feng's strength was deeply engraved in everyone's hearts, especially the 8th prince's. From meeting Zhao Feng to entering the divine illusion dimension, and now knowing that Zhao Feng had the perfect blood devil son bloodline, the 8th prince regretted many times. If he didn't maintain a good relationship with Zhao Feng back then, Zhao Feng would be a huge help to him now. At this moment in time, at the Heaven's Legacy City in the west, 7th prince, the 9th prince's team is here. A scholar with a jade-like face said softly. They really don't know how high heaven and earth are. A skinny elder with eyes that seemed to be able to see through everything came over. Next to the elder was a middle-aged male who shot out invisible sword intent from his eyes. These 2 were experts from Sky Sword Pavilion, the #1 force in the Great Gon Lord dynasty. Your Highness, this Zhao Feng from the 9th prince's team isn't simple, Jiang Hao said in a low tone. Even if he isn't simple, he's just a void god realm king, and his identity is the most important beast tamer in this battle. The seventh prince didn't mind what Jiang Hao said, and his eyes were filled with disdain. If the second prince and the fifth prince's team came to attack, he would have to worry about them. He didn't care about a measly ninth prince. That's true. Jiang Hao nodded his head. Zhao Feng's terrifying methods left a deep impression on him in the Black Wind Canyon. However, the most important thing in a battle was the beast tamer. How strong could Zhao Feng be in beast taming at such a young age? Jiang Hao, don't worry. I won't let his pets get close to the Heaven's Legacy City. As for you, you don't need to be so scared. An old man dressed in gray had a confident smile on his face. Jiang Hao's expression was grim, but he didn't say anything. His group had lost 2 people in the Black Wind Canyon, and one of them was an array master, Wu. He and the other quasi-sacred lord had used the array in their dragon jades to return to the seventh prince's side. They had lost a lot of face. Therefore, Jiang Hao had lost his right to speak in the seventh prince's team. It's up to Grandmaster Beast Tamer Zhang Yi now. The seventh prince said with a smile. Zhang Yi slowly walked out of the metallic building and flew onto the metallic city wall. He had a playful smile as he looked at the ninth prince's team. Several hundred ferocious beasts in front of the metallic city wall instantly opened their eyes, and a terrifying beast aura shot into the sky. Most of these beasts were prepared by him in the continent zone, and the rest were rare beasts from the imperial tombs. Because no one had come to attack the seventh prince's Heaven's Legacy City, the seventh prince's team didn't exchange for beasts in the spiritual pet garden. Let this old man see just how strong you are. Zhang Yi scanned the crowd and his gaze landed on Zhao Feng. Although he heard that Zhao Feng had the cloud silkworm Saint Butterfly, this was a battle between beast hordes. One spiritual pet wouldn't be able to do much. Furthermore, there were many ways to deal with the cloud silkworm Saint Butterfly. The ninth prince's team also focused their gazes on Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng's beast taming abilities had opened their eyes, and they didn't know how good he was at controlling beasts. However, since Zhao Feng suggested attacking the seventh prince, everyone believed that he had some ability. Furthermore, the number of beasts Zhao Feng had far surpassed the beasts in front of the seventh prince's city gate. This was why the ninth prince's team dared to attack directly. Zhao Feng walked forward and waved his hand, and a large number of beasts instantly appeared. Oh, black striped scorpions, wind wolves, and 2 sky-shaking golden apes. You've given me a surprise. Zhang Yi laughed. Zhang Yi could tell with one glance that Zhao Feng's 2 beast hordes were from the original beasts in the imperial tombs. From the looks of it, the ninth prince's team had put in a lot of effort to be able to tame 2 beast hordes. However, with just these 2 groups of demonic beasts and the 2 sky-shaking golden apes, it was simply impossible for them to defeat his beast horde. There was a big difference in numbers, and then there was a big difference in beast tamers. Zhao Feng didn't bother with Zhang Yi, and a faint golden glow appeared in his left eye. At the same time, the 10,000 divine thoughts technique circulated in the depths of his soul, and several hundred thoughts merged into the bodies of each beast. Zhao Feng's consciousness merged into the beasts in front of him, and he felt as if these beasts were his limbs. He could control them as he pleased. What powerful soul intent! Zhang Yi could feel that Zhao Feng was about to attack. The strength of Zhao Feng's soul intent was on par with his, and Zhang Yi couldn't help but become cautious. The beasts below the city walls instantly started to move and get into formation. Go! Zhao Feng ordered. The first to charge out were 2 sky-shaking golden apes. Boom! Boom! The 2 sky-shaking golden apes had huge bodies, but their movements were extremely fast. They took 2 steps on the ground and instantly leaped forward like golden mountains. The wind wolves and black-striped scorpions followed closely behind. Mountain giants, go! Zhang Yi understood the sky-shaking golden apes very well. Only Yao spirits like the mountain giants, which had extremely strong defense, could be compared to them. Boom! The 4 giants clashed together. Weakness. Zhao Feng circulated his left eye, and at the same time he gathered more of his thoughts into the sky-shaking golden apes and controlled one of them to attack the right foot of a mountain giant. The other sky-shaking golden ape focused its attacks on the shoulder of the remaining mountain giant. How is this possible? How can Zhao Feng's sky-shaking golden apes know the weakness of the mountain giants? Zhang Yi was instantly shocked. The mountain giants had fought with him for many years, so they naturally had some hidden injuries. However, how could Zhao Feng's beasts be so smart? Furthermore, the attacks of the two sky-shaking golden apes were extremely smooth, and there was even a hint of low-tier combat skills. Zhang even suspected that the two sky-shaking golden apes had been possessed by a king martial emperor. These battle techniques and the grasp of the attack were completely like a human's. In an instant, the two mountain giants were forced to retreat. You guys go help as well, Black Mane Giant Bear. Grandmaster Beast Tamer Zhang Yi had a grim expression. In their first clash, the beasts he sent out were easily defeated by Zhao Feng's sky-shaking golden apes. The two Black Mane Giant Bears were much more agile than the mountain giants. They charged forward and slashed down with their black claws. Retreat! Zhao Feng gave a faint smile as he controlled the sky-shaking golden apes to retreat a few steps and tilt their heads. The claws of the Black Mane Giant Bear brushed past the sky-shaking golden ape's fur. How is this possible? Zhang Yi almost spat out a mouthful of blood. These two sky-shaking golden apes definitely had their own consciousness. They were able to perfectly dodge the Black Mane Giant Bear's attacks with their quick thinking and precise movements. How could a normal beast have such a mentality? The Ninth Prince's team, which was watching, was completely dazed. These two beasts were extremely clumsy and only knew how to attack recklessly. These are the sky-shaking golden apes that we caught? Shi Yulei scratched his head and was extremely puzzled. It should be Zhao Feng who gave them special training. Su Qingling's expression froze. These two beasts seemed to have the intelligence of a human, and they even knew some combat skills. Chapter 964. Am I seeing this correctly? Zhao Feng's beast horde defeated Grandmaster Zhang Yi's beast horde in the first charge. How is this possible? Is Zhao Feng's beast taming ability really that strong? The three princes used their divine senses to check the situation of the battle in the Western Heavens Legacy City, and exclamations of shock sounded. This is impossible. The fifth prince released his divine sense to check the situation, but he couldn't believe what he saw. The second prince and 12th prince had solemn expressions, and they regretted inviting the 9th prince. They might have already taken over the 8th prince's Heaven's Legacy City. Apart from the 3 princes outside the Heaven's Legacy Cities, the experts in the Heaven's Legacy City were also checking the 7th prince's situation. As I thought, the 8th prince smiled helplessly. Zhao Feng had once again displayed a shocking side. Impossible. Ji Bai's expression was green. He was forced back by Zhao Feng because he was a beast tamer and his battle power was weak. Once Zhao Feng got close, he wouldn't be able to fight back at all. However, he didn't expect Zhao Feng's ability to tame and control beasts to surpass his. The 7th prince and the other members in the Western Heavens Legacy City paused, but they didn't say anything. Everyone had solemn expressions as they carefully sensed the battlefield. At this moment, Grandmaster Zhang Yi had also calmed down. It must be this brat. Zhang Yi found the problem. From the start of the battle, Zhao Feng had been standing there without saying a word. He was probably using some kind of secret technique to control the two sky-shaking golden apes. Therefore, the actions of the two beasts were very abnormal, and they were very similar to humans. I don't believe that you can control all the beasts so precisely. Zhang Yi harumphed coldly. He had heard of this kind of secret technique before, but it was only suitable when there weren't many beasts. Zhang Yi spread open his arms and released all of his consciousness into the battlefield. Team 1, Team 2, surround the sky-shaking golden apes from both sides. Team 8, 9, and 10, form a defensive formation and prepare to block the charge of the black-striped venomous scorpions and wind wolves. Professional Grandmaster Beast Tamers would divide the same type of demonic beasts into smaller groups to better control them. Zhao Feng smiled and quickly moved the chess pieces as if he was playing a game of chess. A portion of the wind wolves intercepted the demonic beasts that were reinforcing the mountain giant. At the same time, the black-striped poisonous scorpions swarmed towards the steel walls and fought with Zhang Yi's demonic beasts. What a fast reaction! Zhang Yi's forehead was covered in cold sweat. In the instant that he commanded the demonic beasts, Zhao Feng had his demonic beasts respond accordingly. Behind Zhao Feng, the ninth prince's team that was still spectating had joyful smiles on their faces. Zhao Feng is even stronger than Zhang Yi. Shi Yulei knew Zhang Yi's reputation in the Great Gan dynasty very well. He had thought that Zhao Feng being able to stand on equal footing with Zhang Yi in the Battle of Beasts was already very impressive. Why didn't Zhao Feng release all the demonic beasts? Su Qingling was confused. They were well aware of the number of beasts Zhao Feng had. They didn't even need to control the demonic beasts in front of the seventh prince's city gate. Maybe he's conserving his strength for a surprise attack at the critical moment. Old Ing thought for a moment before giving his opinion. Although they had a certain advantage in terms of demonic beasts, they were still able to defeat them. However, the difference in combat power between the two sides was too great, so they could only make up for it with demonic beasts. Therefore, if Zhao Feng could defeat Zhang Yi with the beasts on the battlefield, then the remaining beasts could be used to deal with the seventh prince's men. Hearing Old Ying's analysis, everyone nodded. The battle power of the seventh prince's group couldn't be underestimated. The ones that needed to be paid attention to were the two experts of the Sword Dao from Sky Sword Pavilion and the Soul Dao Sacred Lord. Apart from that, the seventh prince's team also had the peerless genius of the Jiang family, Jiang Hao, and the other quasi-sacred lords were all famous experts on the continent. However, no one knew that Zhao Feng was having a great time. For the first time, he felt that being behind the scenes and controlling the entire battlefield was a great feeling. Furthermore, this method of controlling beasts was very beneficial for cultivating the 10,000 divine thoughts technique. Right now, Zhao Feng was controlling 500 beasts on the battlefield. On the other hand, Zhang Yi had 700 beasts, but Zhao Feng still had the advantage. Damn it, what's going on? Zhao Feng's beasts are able to cut through the weak points of my array every time. Zhang Yi started to feel tired. The reaction speed of Zhao Feng's beasts was too fast. He was now in a passive situation, and he had to defend against Zhao Feng's beasts. Zhao Feng waved his left arm, and 50 night wolves appeared. At the same time, Zhao Feng split into 50 wisps of intent and merged them into their bodies. The 50 night wolves then entered the battlefield. There was a fundamental difference between how Zhao Feng and Zhang Yi controlled the beasts. Zhang Yi controlled the beasts, but Zhao Feng personally entered the battlefield. Each beast had his consciousness, and they were like clones of Zhao Feng. What? There are more beasts? Zhang Yi's expression changed, and he commanded the beasts to form a tight formation and focus on defense. Behind Zhang Yi in the metal building, I told you that Zhao Feng isn't simple. Jiang Hao could finally speak with his chest out. He had already warned Zhang Yi before. Unfortunately, Zhang Yi didn't put Zhao Feng in his eyes at all, and now he was in such a sorry state. Should we go to the spiritual pet garden and exchange for some powerful beasts? The seventh prince was a bit panicked. He could also see that Zhao Feng's ability to control beasts in battle was extraordinary. Your Highness, there's no need. It's useless no matter how many beasts Zhang Yi has. The key to a battle between beasts is control. Unless he exchanges for several sacred lord-level beasts, Zhang Yi won't be a match for Zhao Feng. The scholar's eyes twinkled as he sensed the battle outside the city wall. From every detail on the battlefield, he could tell that Zhang Yi's ability to control beasts was much weaker than Zhao Feng's. If Zhang Yi couldn't control more beasts, he would only lose his footing. Then what should we do? The seventh prince asked. If this continues, we'll lose more beasts. Why don't we just fight? The scholar said the plan in his mind, and his tone was firm. The two experts of the Tao of the Sword from Sky Sword Pavilion instantly opened their eyes, and an invisible sword intent shook the hearts of everyone present. That's good. A group without a sacred lord dares to invade us? A skinny male stood up, and a dark aura radiated from him that made the souls of the two people near him shake. Apart from the two quasi-sacred lords, Grandmaster Zhang Yi and the scholar, the seventh prince's group still had two sacred lords and three quasi-sacred lords. How could the ninth prince fight against them? Lu Tianqi, I'll leave Zhao Feng to you. All you need to do is disrupt his mental energy. The scholar looked at the middle-aged male from Sky Sword Pavilion. Easy. Lu Tianqi's words were crisp. Who? The 6 experts flew onto the city wall. Protect Zhao Feng and the beast horde. Old Ying's expression changed dramatically. At the same time, the members of the ninth prince's team charged out. Shin Jizi stood at the back and threw out the array flag he had prepared. A faint golden barrier instantly appeared on the battlefield and covered Zhao Feng and some of the beasts. The ninth prince's team had already decided on a strategy. They wouldn't clash head-on with the 7th prince. They just needed to stall the enemy experts and block their attacks. Then, they would wait for Zhao Feng's beast horde to gain the upper hand and attack the ninth prince's team. If you're in such a rush, then let's end this. Zhao Feng put away his playful thoughts and waved his right hand. Boom, 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 boom. 5 giant figures flashing with golden light appeared on the battlefield like small metal mountains. Terrifying beastly auras shot into the sky. What? There are more sky-shaking golden apes? Zhang Yi's expression changed dramatically. Zhao Feng had been holding back against his beasts. One had to know that the sky-shaking golden apes were beasts that stood at the peak of emperors. Their battle power was even stronger than normal quasi-sacred lords. How is this possible? The Confucian scholar was also greatly shocked. This made the situation even more complicated. Even if all of them attacked at full power, they wouldn't be able to instantly gain the upper hand. The scholar looked deeply at Zhao Feng. Holding back one's trump cards could disrupt the enemy's plans and achieve unexpected results. He just didn't know if Zhao Feng had any more hidden cards. Leave these 5 sky-shaking golden apes to me. A bony old man slowly stepped out, an invisible sword intent flickering around him. Sure, then I'll be counting on Sacred Lord Sharp Edge. The scholar felt lucky that the 7th prince's team had 2 sacred lords. One was Sacred Lord Sharp Edge, who specialized in physical attacks, and the other was Sacred Lord Dark Soul, who specialized in soul attacks. Sacred Lord Sharp Edge stepped out, and a long white jade sword appeared in his hand. As he swung it, it created surges of sword wind. The aura of a sacred lord suppressed the beasts on Zhao Feng's side and decreased the battle power of the beasts. The other 4 members immediately charged out as well. Sacred Lord Sharp Edge suddenly raised his sword, and countless tornadoes of sword chi appeared, forming a tornado of sword chi that could stir the wind and clouds. However, Sacred Lord Sharp Edge didn't swing his sword down, and the other 4 members stopped as well. A black, ghostly shadow floated over from afar. A terrifying intent of death spread from the black figure. Even though it was so far away, it made the souls of everyone on the battlefield shake. A member of the 13th Prince's team? Sacred Lord Dark Soul had a grim expression in the 9th Prince's team. This terrifying soul aura made him not dare to act rashly. It's him! Zhao Feng's eyebrows furrowed. At the start of the Crown Prince trial, this person had attacked him for no reason. When they were about to enter the barrier of the imperial tombs, Zhao Feng caught a glimpse of a weird scene. This black-robed person was indeed not simple. After that, he also felt enmity from the black-robed person in the Black Wind Canyon Forbidden Ground. Now, the black-robed person was interfering with the battle between the 9th Prince and the 7th Prince. His goal was obvious: Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng! The black-robed person was like a ghost as he descended onto the battlefield. The terrifying intent of death made the beasts below tremble in fear. Their life force quickly disappeared, and their souls started to wither. The 5 members on the 7th Prince's side immediately retreated. Who is this person? Sacred Lord Sharp Edge had a grim expression. At this instant, he felt as if the lifespan of his soul had decreased by several years. Chapter 965. At the same time, the 3 members that returned with the black-robed person saw that the black-robed person was heading toward the 9th Prince and the 7th Prince's battlefield, so they entered the Southern Heavens Legacy City. 13th Prince, we're back. Your Highness, there's something wrong with this black-robed person. He actually went to participate in the battle between the 2 princes? The 3 members that followed the black-robed person returned to the Heaven's Legacy City and told the 13th Prince about the strange behavior of the black-robed person. 13th Prince, who is this person? Sacred Lord Black Ink had a grim expression. Even he didn't want to offend the aura of death radiating from the black-robed person. Ignore him. A wicked smile appeared on the 13th Prince's face. With how strong the black-robed person was, he wasn't scared of the 9th Prince's team at all. Numbers and beast hordes weren't effective against the black-robed person. This was the deal he made with the black-robed person. He gave the black-robed person the right to enter the imperial tombs and didn't restrict the black-robed person. The black-robed person would help him kill Zhao Feng. At this moment, outside the 7th Prince's city, the originally intense battle instantly quietened down. The intent of death that the black-robed person radiated was a lethal threat to the beasts below. "For you," the scholar's voice sounded. This black-robed person gave him an extremely weird and ominous feeling. "It's not good for you to enter our battlefield like this." The expression of a quasi-sacred lord that was about to attack became grim. "Don't think that we won't dare to attack you just because you're a member of the 13th Prince's team." Zhang Yi roared in anger. The intent of death that the black-robed person radiated had a huge effect on his beasts. The 9th Prince's team immediately stopped as well. Everyone had personally seen how strong the black-robed person was during the fights for the spots. Even old Ing, who specialized in the soul and had higher battle power, didn't dare to attack the black-robed person's powerful soul attacks. Now that the black-robed person had suddenly interfered, they didn't know what was going on and couldn't act rashly. "Zhao Feng, I didn't expect you to still be alive." The black-robed person didn't seem to hear the 7th Prince's team. He looked at Zhao Feng and spoke in a dark voice. "You are?" Zhao Feng's face darkened slightly as a murderous intent flashed in his eyes. He had already felt that the black-robed man's aura was very familiar, and he had also grasped the death profundity. The first thing the black-robed man said to him was that he was still alive. As such, Zhao Feng could only think of the black-robed man's true identity. It was the person who forced him to recultivate, the Emperor of Death. But that was impossible. The Emperor of Death used his death as the price to plant the cursed words of death on Zhao Feng. Since the cursed words of death had been activated, how could the Emperor of Death still be alive? Zhao Feng activated his left eye, but just like before, he was unable to see through the black robe, including the hands and feet of the person in black. Hearing the black-robed man's words, the expressions of the 7th Prince's team members eased up slightly. It seemed that this black-robed man had come for Zhao Feng. It didn't matter even if he was on the 13th Prince's side. The black-cloaked man's death Upanishad had a strong ability to harvest low-realm beings. If the black-cloaked man was willing to help them, they wouldn't need to be afraid of Zhao Feng's beast horde. Scythe of Death. The intent of death in the air around the black-robed man suddenly started to move. A giant scythe surrounded by the power of death appeared in his hand, and it gave off an aura of death that seemed to be able to slice through heaven and earth. The instant the scythe of death appeared, a strong undulation of the intent of death spread, and the souls of everyone present trembled instinctively. What a strong intent of death, and it leans towards the soul. Sacred Lord Sharp Edge exclaimed. He had never seen anyone with such a strong intent of death before. Not good. Zhao Feng's expression became grim as he waved his left arm and instantly put all the beasts into the misty spatial world. The black-robed man waved the giant scythe of death and slashed it toward Zhao Feng, unleashing a black crescent that covered an extremely large area. A surge of condensed intent of death and a strong aura of death spread. Shin Jizi's defensive array blocked the physical attack from the black crescent, but the death soul attack passed through it. Retreat. As Zhao Feng retreated, a strong surge of wind lightning pushed back some of the members of the 9th Prince's team. The attack from the black-robed man's scythe of death landed on the ground and left behind a very long, pitch-black ravine. All the nearby flowers and plants were instantly wiped out. Zhao Feng and the members of the 9th Prince's team managed to dodge the attack range of the Scythe of Death. After all, Zhao Feng was extremely familiar with this move, but Zhang Yi wasn't as lucky. However, Zhang Yi wasn't so lucky. The The black-robed man's death scythe covered a huge area, and a portion of the profound meaning of death's power landed on his beast horde. The life force of several dozen king-level beasts was instantly sucked out, and their souls were sucked out. What is the meaning of this? Zhang Yi roared in anger. This was the seventh prince's territory. The black-robed man had charged over arrogantly and didn't know how to hold back at all, injuring his beasts. This powerful intent of death was extremely damaging to life force, and it was comparable to the intent of destruction. The life force of the king-level beasts was very low, so they couldn't fight back at all. The black-robed man's attack made the expressions of the members of the ninth prince's team become grim, and their hearts became heavy. The black-robed man immediately attacked Zhao Feng the moment he arrived, and the power that the black-robed man controlled countered the beasts. Luckily, Zhao Feng had predicted this and put away the beasts in time, or else the losses would have been huge. However, the current situation wasn't any better. Although the black-robed man was only a quasi-sacred lord, the intent of death he controlled countered many powers, and he specialized in soul attacks. Everyone felt troubled. Zhao Feng, who is this person? Old Ying immediately messaged Zhao Feng. It was obvious that the black-robed man was targeting Zhao Feng. The black-robed man completely ignored the seventh prince's team, so Old Ying obviously wouldn't ask the black-robed man. He might be an enemy of mine from the past. Zhao Feng took a deep breath. The power of death that the black-robed man controlled was many times stronger than the Emperor of Deaths. However, the feeling that the black-robed man gave Zhao Feng was that of the Emperor of Death. What? Old Ying was stunned. An enemy that Zhao Feng had in the past should have been before he took over the body. How could Zhao Feng have offended such a strong enemy before he took over the body? Stay away from him. His intent of death is too strong, and he specializes in soul attacks. Zhao Feng messaged everyone in the ninth prince's team. The power of death wasn't a joke. Shi Yulei stared at the black-robed man. Although his Shi family bloodline specialized in defense, it could only block the black-robed man's physical attacks. On the other hand, the black-robed man's attacks mostly came from the soul. The soul was Shi Yulei's weakness. Even though they were both quasi-sacred lords, he didn't dare to act rashly. Similarly, Su Qingling specialized in soul attacks, but her cultivation was too low. Zhou Su, Jing Kai, and company didn't even have the ability to fight back. The ninth prince's team slowly retreated. I only want to kill Zhao Feng. You can fuck off. The black-robed man stared at Zhao Feng, and his voice sounded in everyone's soul. Friend, since your enemy is Zhao Feng, why don't you team up with us? The scholar gave a faint smile. The enemy of an enemy was a friend. As long as the black-robed man closed in on Zhao Feng, the ninth prince's team wouldn't have the power of the beast horde, and they would be at their mercy. Haha. The black-robed man laughed, and a black mist spread from his body. He looked like the grim reaper of hell. Who? The black-robed man still didn't reply to the scholar. He charged at Zhao Feng, and his powerful soul power of death flowed into the scythe of death. You guys go as well. The scholar immediately messaged. The members of the seventh prince's team instantly prepared to charge out. Retreat! Old Ying roared when he saw that the seventh prince's team was about to attack. All the members of the ninth prince's team, including Zhao Feng, immediately retreated and left the seventh prince's city walls. At this moment, Zhao Feng's beast horde was countered by the black-robed man, so they definitely couldn't attack the city. If they retreated, not all the members of the seventh prince's team would chase after them. They had to defend the city. If a large number of members left, the other three princes would definitely take over the Heaven's Legacy City. Zhao Feng, are you scared now? The black-robed man had a deadly smile as he chased after Zhao Feng, and a terrifying soul aura of death covered the hearts of the ninth prince's team. What do we do? Should we chase after them? Sacred Lord Dark Soul asked. The ninth prince's team had already retreated. Sacred Lord Dark Soul, you go. With the strength of you and the black-robed man, you don't need to be scared of the ninth prince's team. The scholar thought for a moment and said, if Sacred Lord Dark Soul left, the seventh prince's team still had one Sacred Lord. Even if the other three princes came to attack, they wouldn't be defeated immediately. If Zhang Yi's beast horde didn't suffer any losses, they would be able to send out another member. Sure. Sacred Lord Dark Soul turned into a streak of black light and left the city walls. You're the Emperor of Death? Zhao Feng had a grim expression as he asked for the first time. Hearing that, Su Qingling, Jing Kai, and Zhou Su were stunned. They had heard of the Emperor of Death before. He was an ancient emperor that possessed the Eye of Death. Had his strength already reached such a level? However, Old Ying, the ninth prince, and company knew that the true Emperor of Death had already been killed by Zhao Feng. I'm the one who will kill you. The black-robed man waved the scythe of death, and a black crescent instantly covered the ninth prince's team. Sacred lightning dominating body. Zhao Feng immediately circulated the sacred lightning body, and golden lightning flashed around his body. He then circulated the fire of wind lightning and punched out with both fists. Zhao Feng's fire of wind lightning True Yuan contained the symbol of God Tribulation lightning, and the power of destruction was on the same level as the power of death. Boom! Zhao Feng's fist of golden lightning destroyed the black-robed man's physical attack. A faint crescent of death shot over from the dark golden storm. This was a soul-based power that wasn't affected by physical attacks. However, Zhao Feng was prepared for this. A powerful surge of soul intent shot out with the power of God Tribulation lightning and shattered it. Your soul intent? The black-robed man was slightly surprised. The soul intent that Zhao Feng displayed just now had surpassed that of a quasi-sacred lord. As I thought, I can't underestimate you, Zhao Feng. The black-robed man's voice was cold. Not good. Zhao Feng, Sacred Lord Dark Soul from the Seventh Prince's team is here as well. Old Ying's heart shook when he saw a streak of black light shoot over. Chapter 966. Everything that happened outside the Seventh Prince's city walls. The experts in the other three Heaven's Legacy cities and the teams of the three princes outside the Heaven's Legacy cities all saw it. The black-robed man's powerful death ultimacy had frightened countless experts. Because of the appearance of the black-robed person, the ninth prince's team lost their advantage, and they retreated. If it wasn't for the fact that Zhao Feng put away the beasts in time, the normal kings would have been killed by the power of death. That black-robed person is too terrifying. The alliance of the three princes fell silent. After a while, a martial monarch exclaimed in shock. We can only blame Zhao Feng for offending too many people. Shui Yuan gloated. Even the two sacred lords on the seventh prince's side were wary of the black-robed person's strength. This meant that Zhao Feng was dead for sure. Luckily, we didn't invite the ninth prince. The second prince felt lucky. The black-robed person was obviously targeting Zhao Feng, but the intent of death was too strong. It countered all living beings, especially souls. Even a wisp of it contained unimaginable power. On the eighth prince's city walls, who is that black-robed person? Yu Linghua murmured. Even sacred lords wouldn't dare to be careless against the intent of death that the black-robed person controlled. The Emperor of Death should be dead already. The eighth prince and Luo Zun were stunned. They could only think of the Emperor of Death, who had the Eye of Death, to be able to control such a strong power of death. Zhao Feng won't lose. Yu Tianhao looked at the ninth prince's team and the black-robed person that were leaving. Apart from the people in the imperial tombs, the terrifying strength of the black-robed person also created waves in the Great Gone Imperial Palace. Not good. Zhao Feng, Sacred Lord Dark Soul from the seventh prince's team is here as well. Old Ying's heart shook when he saw a beam of black light fly over. At the same time, Old Ying's single eye locked onto the black-robed person with a puzzled expression. They had all retreated from the seventh prince's Heaven's Legacy city, but the black-robed person was still closing in. One had to know that the ninth prince's team had a total of 8 people. Even if they weren't strong, they could easily finish off the black-robed person if they worked together. However, the black-robed man had a fearless look on his face, completely ignoring everyone except for Zhao Feng. This kind of unscrupulous disregard was definitely not a sign of stupidity. The black-robed person probably had some hidden cards that allowed him to ignore the other members of the Ninth Prince's team. A pair of scarlet lightning wings unfurled on Zhao Feng's back. Xiao. Zhao Feng turned into a bolt of scarlet lightning and escaped several miles away from the Ninth Prince's team. At the same time, Zhao Feng's voice sounded in the minds of the Ninth Prince's members. I'll leave Sacred Lord Dark Soul to you. Alright. The Ninth Prince and his subordinates agreed in their hearts. From their point of view, the strength of the black-robed person surpassed even Sacred Lord Dark Soul. Most importantly, the black-robed man controlled the power of death. They had no way to deal with him. Old Ing immediately nodded his head. He understood Zhao Feng's intentions. He couldn't let Sacred Lord Dark Soul team up with the black-robed person. If it was just stopping Sacred Lord Dark Soul, the 6 of them could still do it. They could only hope that nothing bad happened to Zhao Feng. Who? Death Instant Shadow. The black-robed person turned into a dark streak of light and chased after Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng, you won't be able to escape. The black-robed person's cold voice sounded behind Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng's heart dropped. The Death Instant Shadow was the Emperor of Death's spatial movement technique. Now that the black-robed person's cultivation had reached the level of a quasi-sacred lord, his intent of death had become even stronger. Even if Zhao Feng used the lightning wing spatial flash, he wouldn't be able to escape. Who said I was going to run? Zhao Feng had only separated from the Ninth Prince's team to prevent Sacred Lord Dark Soul from teaming up with the black-robed person. No matter who the black-robed person's true identity was, he was going to kill him today. Who? Zhao Feng suddenly stopped and stared at the black-robed person with fiery eyes. You still don't know what's good for you. The black-robed person snickered coldly, and a strong surge of death intent covered Zhao Feng. Boom! The Blood Devil Sun bloodline within Zhao Feng's body started to burn. A glass-like flame that looked like a blood-colored sun suddenly appeared around Zhao Feng's body. A scorching and terrifying aura exploded and broke through the intent of death around him. Boom! One, Zhao Feng turned into a ball of blood-colored lightning and charged toward the black-robed person. He first had to reveal the black-robed person's true identity. Otherwise, he could only suspect that this person was the Emperor of Death. You seem to have taken over a strong bloodline. The black-robed person exclaimed. The perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline was one of the top 10 Imperial Dao bloodlines. The black-robed person could obviously feel it, but he still acted like he didn't care. Ding! Bam! Lightning crackled around Zhao Feng's body as he clashed with the black-robed person's scythe of death. The power of the perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline instantly ignited the black-robed person. However, the bright red Yang Yen flame was immediately extinguished by a wave of death will. The intent of death could destroy everything. No matter how strong a flame was, it would eventually be extinguished. Zhao Feng's gaze was deep. He had expected this. If his sacred lightning body had reached the 6th level, the intent of death might not have countered the intent of death to such a degree. However, there was something else that Zhao Feng cared about. The Blood Devil Sun bloodline didn't seem to have any effect. That's right, Zhao Feng's perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline didn't absorb any blood essence from the black-robed person's body. Only a portion of the Yuan Qi was absorbed by Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng, who was too close to the black-robed person, felt his life force being eroded by the intent of death. What a strong body, and this power of lightning. The black-robed person was slightly surprised. This unique power of lightning seemed to be able to resist his intent of death. Zhao Feng harumphed coldly and circulated his sacred lightning body to the maximum. At the same time, he unleashed the full power of the Blood Devil Sun bloodline, and a bright red fist of lightning punched out. Zhao Feng wasn't an idiot. How could he fight the black-robed person who controlled the intent of death in close combat? His sacred lightning body had merged with a large amount of ancient lightning from the ancient dream realm, so it had a certain level of resistance against the intent of death. However, Zhao Feng could still feel the life force in his body slowly fading away. From this, one could see how terrifying the intent of death was. Zhao Feng, you will definitely die today. Zhao Feng's endless methods seemed to make the black-robed person think of something, and he immediately harumphed angrily. The intent of death around the black-robed person slowly turned into a pitch-black force field. Death force field. The power of death spun like ink within the pitch-black force field. All life force within its range was killed, and even the heaven-earth yuan qi was forcefully sucked away. The moment the death force field appeared, Zhao Feng sensed that the vitality in his body was flowing away at a faster rate. Boom! The death force field absorbed as much of Zhao Feng's life force as it could before twisting and creating a terrifying devouring force. Zhao Feng's expression became grim. The death force field was still one of the Emperor of Death's secret techniques. Zhao Feng used the scarlet wings of lightning to instantly retreat. Boom! Zhao Feng's figure vanished into the air, and a powerful death intent and shockwave engulfed the area. Die, Zhao Feng! An even stronger intent of death appeared around the black-robed person, and it floated in heaven and earth like a ghost. All the yuan qi and life force within several miles was devoured and poured into the black-robed person's scythe of death. Zhao Feng's eyebrows furrowed slightly as he maintained his distance from the black-robed person. This terrifying intent of death caused the life force in Zhao Feng's body to flow away even faster. If it wasn't for the fact that Zhao Feng's left eye had transformed into a God Tribulation lightning soul body, even his soul would have withered under this power. At this moment, the terrifying strength that the black-robed person displayed had surpassed normal sacred lords. Even sacred Lord Sharp-Edge didn't dare to approach him recklessly. Boom! The black-robed person's scythe of death suddenly moved. A black crescent moon that was dozens of yards long shot toward Zhao Feng with a terrifying intent of death. Zhao Feng's expression didn't change. A primordial, primitive, thunderstorm power spread out from his back and merged into the void. Everything within a radius of several dozen miles instantly became a dark dimension, and Zhao Feng was able to control the laws and intents of this ancient dimension. This was the first time that Zhao Feng had used the hidden cards of his little world in battle. A little world that can merge into the ancient dimension? The black-robed person was surprised. One had to know that even his own little world wasn't able to merge into this dimension. He could only use it to protect himself, and it had the same effect as the death force field. The black-robed person's power was slightly suppressed within Zhao Feng's little world of wind lightning. The black-robed person's attack was weakened in Zhao Feng's little world, so Zhao Feng was able to dodge it. However, the black crescent moon that flew away from Zhao Feng still took away part of his life force. Damn it! The life force in my body is being taken away. My sacred lightning body and perfect blood devil sun bloodline will both be weakened. For the first time, Zhao Feng felt that this person was troublesome. Back then, the Emperor of Death's intent of death countered the Emperor of Death's soul even more. He relied on his God Eye's immunity to soul attacks to counter the Emperor of Death. However, the black-robed person's intent of death countered both the soul and the physical world. If this continued, Zhao Feng wouldn't even be able to maintain his sacred lightning body. Determination flashed through Zhao Feng's eyes. Blood Devil Charge. Zhao Feng circulated his perfect Blood Devil Sun bloodline to the maximum, and the life force in his body was quickly depleted. The glass-like flames around Zhao Feng's body surged, and the sound of explosions could be heard. The image of a bright red sun started to appear behind him, and a whirlpool started to spin within it. Lightning Wings Spatial Flash. Zhao Feng flew into the air and instantly used the Blood Devil Sun bloodline technique, Blood Devil Charge. With the addition of the Lightning Wings Spatial Flash in his little world, the damage of this attack was pushed to the limit. His entire body was like a scorching shooting star in a pitch-black world, and he emanated a terrifying physical pressure of fire and lightning that could make ghosts and gods weep. A wave of dazzling crimson light erupted from his body as he smashed towards the black-robed man within the death energy field. This attack was the strongest physical attack that Zhao Feng had ever used. This attack will reveal your true face. You're tuning in to the Passion Pages YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.